I love it.
What the heck is going on?
What the?
That looked good.
That was metal as fuck.
Dude,
No, that was good.
I was laughing my ass off all morning making that because, again, I've never put anybody's face on a video game character before. And that channel, Nuclear Productions, does all those Resident Evil clips. They're freaking hilarious. So would you want
I had never seen it. That was incredible. I mean, Resident Evil is my favorite game series of all time.
It is.
So that was brilliant on so many levels. Dude, thank you. That was great.
And that's why you don't have unlimited ammo in Resident Evil right there.
Only for the rocket launcher, though.
Not until you've gone through it a few times and you get to keep everything in your box.
3 hours. Get all
Yeah,
the,
like Red
Yeah.
Headband Salad Snake.
Right. I think the title of that video is like on your 69th playthrough of Resident Evil 2. That's exactly what it's like. You're just going through like fucking just nothing matters.
Like immersion.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's Friday, Weekly Rogues Gallery. This was, I think, only my second week back on the show after taking a little bit of a break. So good to be here. So hit the button. After last week, ready to have a little bit of fun finally. So
Finally.
Well, what happened last week? Something happened?
exactly right. Absolutely nothing in the news cycle.
Yeah.
The whole country is just fucking finally coming apart at the seams because people just pushed it finally that far. No, that didn't happen.
What are you, Tim?
I guess I was unaware.
We'll get you a bean.
Iron Pool over here.
Yeah.
Right, dude.
I mean,
And-
I don't want him to be right, but I can't say that he's wrong.
Well, and I mean, there's no way around that being the topic tonight, especially with the Jimmy Kimmel stuff. So we'll get into it, but we'll go ahead and go around the horn. First time on the show, special guest this evening, Leon from Words of Paradise. What's going on, man? Good to have you here.
Man, I gotta tell you, of all my friends, I'm feeling the best right now. We got Nick from the Plot Strikes Back. He was on fucking Critical Drinker yesterday. We got that homo ass Kata on that fucking Friday Night Tight. Fuck all that shit, dude. I'm here. This is a first timer on the show. I'm not even joking. I would much rather be here. This seems way more fun than that stuffy shit. So I'm stoked. I'm hyped. I can't wait to do it. Fuck Sammy though. I hate that.
I think he's going to get in the room and just work it out.
Asshole. We've got to admit, David went really far for one so small. We would have expected him to go on such a great adventure, but he's been there and back again now. as many a hobbit before him.
I will be right back. I got a surprise for Word of Paradise.
All right, go for it, dude.
Jesus Christ, he's got a cock ring, doesn't he?
Right.
What sort of hentai?
I
is he
like
gonna
the man
be
that
Or a
makes it his
Baldo.
man. I want-
Some.
Oh God,
You send him feet pics. Is that what happened?
it was actually
I
funny.
will
So I'm
lynch
playing.
him. If
I'm
he
playing.
sends me a dick pic, I will lynch him. I hate feet.
Oh, but you know,
Have any of y'all played that French RPG Clair Obscur Expedition 33?
Oh yeah, I'm still playing it.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So there's a guy. So there's a character, Monoko, who he kills all the enemies and collects their legs to absorb their powers. So every time he says, "What lovely feet," I'm like, "Hey, Vagabond."
Oh shit. Okay, thank you for telling me about that. I haven't played the game yet, but I'm gonna need that clip. Me and Sammy are working on something special for Vagabond.
Wait, does Vagabond actually have a foot fetish?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just one. That's just one of his
No.
many degeneracies.
I
He's
know.
not ashamed of any of them.
Ask him about-
I add a lot of the things he enjoys. You feel free to show him the rough draft.
No. I've got this theory that like foot fetishes are exclusively a black dude thing because only black dudes that I've only ever met black people with
Quentin
foot fetishes.
Tarantino's black.
Fucking Ada, Moonlord, DA, like it's only black dudes that have it. I don't get it.
I don't know Mugen Lord's black.
Yeah, Mugen Lord's black. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh
he's
yeah.
very black.
I just thought he was a
like,
vampire.
Super black.
Okay,
Quentin
Iron. You make
Tarantino
Like walking
obviously is a white
stereotype
dude,
black. Like Tennessee and
Tarantino said
Pall
the
Mall.
N-word so
No,
many
but
times.
you
He may
still
as well be
they
black.
get like
He also said-
pedicures and shit. Like
Real-
they just like those feet, like.
Real quick, what's up, Emerald?
I was gonna say you're about ready to make me just log off real quick, go off screen, and go across the street and get a Dutch Brothers. That's I literally
Go right ahead.
right across the
Dutch
street
Brothers.
from
What
you.
fetish is that?
Coffee.
Coffee.
You're not ready. For that.
Yeah, the foot thing, I do understand it. I don't go as hardcore as our black brothers, but
I can appreciate a nice set of feet, but I'm like, but like I get it. You don't want to see a girl like with the Mima toe,
dude, I'm not like logged into like celebrity feet or anything like that, dude. I know people that are.
I don't want you to put a set of heels
I don't
on
get
and
it,
step
dude.
on my
I've
balls.
never once
No.
seen a fucking big toe.
No, that
or
attitude.
seen, like the arch of a
No.
heel and thought I need to furiously masturbate. It's just
I
never
gotta tell you.
happened.
Okay, how about this? Have fucking chick speed ever been a deal breaker for you?
Good question.
Because for me,
No,
it has.
but no, but like here's the dealio. So like I genuinely hate feet. Like if I could cut off my own feet and continue to live, I would. Like so because
I mean,
all
you
people
can.
have feet, I just have to accept it. I can't think of anything that have been a deal breaker. Now deal breakers for me include like halitosis and never having seen Star Wars.
Okay, both reasonable. But no,
Yeah,
I was going after this chick in high school, and she always, this is the 90s, so she was wearing like Doc Martens or full like boots the whole time. I did notice they were a little big, but most of all the shoes were kind of large. And I would go to a pool party, and I kid you not, this chick had Krusty the Clown fucking big ass dude, and she was smoking hot, but she was laying on a one of those like pool bed, the little sun chair things, and just fucking playing with them, like moving the shit around. I'm like, well, nope.
Shuffling cards and
I'm good.
The
I'm
only
good. I bet
That's a
she can
big
climb
no.
a tree like a motherfucker. That'd be fun to watch.
You should see how she peels her bananas.
Yeah, the only thing foot related that I ever dealt with is like how like girls have those like rocks or like it's almost like a cheese grater.
Oh
They, like-
yeah.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
I was hanging out with
Right.
Like
this
a
girl
lemon
for like a
pepper.
little while, and she was doing that shit while I was trying to eat, and I was like disrespectful bitch.
Oh,
like,
that's
I
not
never
what
called
you do.
her back.
Oh.
You definitely don't want to
Have
do
you
that,
seen
'cause that
there
shit
was a
comes off
video
looking
going
like
around
parm.
just last
Oh,
week
yeah.
of this chick doing it, that she had like the big old fucking looked like your grandma's kitchen like orange
It's
zester on the bus.
Making Parmesan.
Yeah, you don't want to do that while you're eating a nice rigatoni. It's gonna just look like parm on your food. You're not gonna
Don't
Yeah, no,
worry
I
about
stopped
it.
her. I was like, I
Hunter
don't
will-
see a win.
Hunter will smoke it before you get a chance.
Oh shit!
Dude, you gotta use it. Dude, my feet get rough like that, dude. I gotta use that thing like fucking every other
I don't
day.
want to hear anything about your feet,
Love that.
motherfucker. Let's.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
Nobody looking at
most of my
Intros, gentlemen. Intros. Strider, how's your week going?
Been going pretty good. I get to see Apollo 13 in IMAX on Sunday, which is going to be fantastic. I plan to have my bone marrow be like vibrating within my skin. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. In IMAX.
Right on.
All the music, all the rumbles, all the sound. Oh, it's going to be great.
Nice. Gold hair. Here, Sammy.
Leaving that place hard as a rock.
How's your week going, brother?
Week's going good because it's fucking over. We got
great. Good to hear it. Moving on.
Let's fucking go.
Had to do it Italian style. How you doing, Sammy? Good, right? That's great to hear it.
I'm gonna go over there now. Go say hi to your mother.
And semi-regular guest, Devil made me do it. What's up, dude?
Nothing much. Happy to be here.
It's exactly the response I thought I'd get from you. Run away, Vagabond.
I got something to pull up for Vagabond while he's up.
Oh, he's already pulled it up.
If there's been enough feet pics, he's up.
Wait, notice he just comes on right after the feet discussion's ending, so I'm guessing his.
I know, right?
Come on, man, were you with the same tour?
He completed. Give the man a break.
He's muted, but I dig it.
Okay. Oh, I thought I was muted the whole time. But yes, I went there. They came to Atlanta, and I went there 2 years ago when they played with Deathclaw.
Fucking Deathclaw!
I've seen him 3 times. I went to their Metal Galaxy tour. I went with the tour they did with Deathclaw, and then just a few couple months ago went on this tour. My man,
I had tickets to that.
I was trying to find my other. I was trying to find my other shirt, but the one from 2 years ago, because I was like, I got the same shirt.
I don't know, Iron. You should show him the prototype. I think he'd be thrilled.
All right, let me get it pulled up.
But yeah,
it's not all synced up yet. I got some harmonies that I got to work on, but I mean, I did it out of love.
But that was a surprise. I saw you with Baby Metal shirt. I was like, oh, let me go get my Baby
dude.
Metal
Yeah, that is sick. Oh yeah, one of my favorite bands. Only band I've ever seen 3 times.
It will get better.
All right. So Vagabond, me and Sammy are working on something for you. Anytime either you bring up feet or somebody on the panel brings up your affection towards feet, we're working on a stinger to play. This is the prototype. So let me get
All
right. Actually, I just had the idea. Really, Sammy's put all the hard work into it. I just laughed when he would show a shit to me. So here we go. First time on the show. And 3, 2, 1, play.
Vagabond likes feet. 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 Vagabond likes feet.
All right, I got one request though. We gotta change. I got a foot we could switch it to.
That's an acceptable
Holy shit, that's the best request. You're like, no.
You heard about Chrissy Mayer being a foot model. That's what you're finding out right now, aren't you?
As soon as you said that, I knew exactly where you go. Sammy, is that your fucking foot? Where did you get that?
I just
that is Sammy's foot.
I just typed in foot on Google, and I was like, this one had nothing around it, and I was like, all right.
I thought your ass like took your phone out and took a fucking.
No, you can only see that on my OnlyFans.
He's all like, "Baby, hold on, hold your foot up for a minute. I need a picture."
No, this was another. This was another one where Mrs. Three-Peat came down and she was like, "Who is Vagabond?"
I think you're hanging out with the wrong people, honey.
and then like I showed it to her, and she looked at me. She goes, "Queef enjoyer."
Did you tell her the
You had to be there.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, he's just open to things here.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a friend of yours. He's like, you called him a gay dumbass. I was like, yeah.
That's why he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how that works.
Okay, I think you could have spun that a little differently though, because like queef sounds like something you could order at Taco Bell. Like it just sounds like a menu item.
It does.
It's like I want a
That comes after you
queef and a Baja Blast. Like
yeah.
Just get double cheese on that queef.
Yeah, don't get the extra.
Do you want queef with that?
You want a hot
Can I
spice?
get
You
some more
want a
refried
mild
beans on
fire
the
sauce
queef,
on that
please?
queef.
Well,
Okay,
as long as you made Vagabond laugh, I'm happy. But yes, you fucking weirdo. Whatever foot you would like.
You're gonna have to.
I can cut it out for you guys too.
Oh God!
Yeah, just DM it to me, bro. I'll take care of it.
All right.
Keep that on your thing because eventually we're gonna find out another 4 or 5 fetishes that.
I was gonna say I saved that one and I kept it. It was like, is this an ongoing project? I was like, I'm sure it is.
Dude, one of my first experiences with Vagabond was on MSKs, and this is around the time when the vagina potato chips were all the rage.
Oh, I forgot about those.
And we're all like, oh, would you guys get them and eat them on stream? And I was like, no, fuck no. I mean, maybe if I got money for it. And Vagabond's like, I would. I was going to get them anyway.
Exactly. Dude, if we're gonna have one for Vagabond's foot thing, we need to put something together for big titty goth bitches, because that's something that hits just about everybody on the panel.
Yeah, it's all of our other pictures.
I'm on it.
So normally I don't fall for AI or whatever. Like I can usually tell, but I swear I saw a video the other day. It was like a goth IHOP, and like my mind was like tricked. I was like, oh shit, they got me. So I was like,
no,
yeah. So
you just needed to believe.
No, okay, it was Goth Hooters, and then I was like.
Okay.
So then I like after the commercial played, it was like on Twitter or something. So I like went to the and that should have been the first red flag. So then I was like, okay, let me go look this up and see if I can find where the nearest location is. And then Google's AI is like, oh, it's just a fake thing or whatever. I was like, oh well.
Oh shit.
See, I can believe in a goth Hooters, not so much a goth IHOP.
What is that thing? A goth Hooters? Like a goth? Like a Hooters, but with goths. Why is that not a thing?
Like, well, to be fair, even Hooters is different now. Like the CEOs are like,
Hooters.
Yeah, so I feel like that left a gap in the marketplace, though. I think maybe we could all band together, and we got some market cap. We could come up with
new restaurant titties.
Oh, by the way, Vagabond, the company named Sandals is already taken. It's a vacation destination.
Well, I did think about. I was like, maybe I should get a job again. So maybe I should go to school to learn how to do nails and feet or whatever.
Oh fuck!
He's like, don't worry, yeah. If you could just like place your feet.
So there'd be all these meek Korean and Filipino women, and then you fucking stand there in the fucking nail salon like, who's next, ladies?
I can just see Vagabond walking in like, how's your weekend, Lau Kim?
No, Vagabond, you're the one that services the actual like nail artist people. You don't actually deal with customers.
It's one of those Japanese nail salons where they put your foot in the fucking fish tank thing for the fish to eat the dead skin, and there's Vagabond with the fucking snorkel.
I guarantee you,
like, I wanted something original.
That is an anime somewhere.
He's like, I wanted something original. He's like, I gave you every eye from Naruto.
But the whole queef thing. So if you guys don't know, Devil maybe because I don't think the audience knows about the feet thing, but they don't.
We weren't asking
Yeah.
for clarity about this, by the way.
Well, now we are.
I was there.
No,
But go
we're
ahead.
going with it now.
Devil Maybe Do It has this podcast called Make Me a Sandwich every
Yes, he
Wednesday.
does.
Go check it out. Okay, so there was this girl that could queef on command, and everyone's like, "Ew, that's disgusting." And I was like, "What's disgusting about it?" I would enjoy a girl that does that. So-
You're now the
How they
hear
keep
me out
ping
guy.
pong.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, Professor, how's your week going?
Great, because as Sammy said, it's fucking over, and it's time for whiskey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I had to DM you the link for the show on one of your alts. We'll call it
Oh,
that.
yes.
So what's going on? What'd you do?
Oh, so
Did you pull a Strider?
I actually no. I retweeted something that Grok had that from a Grok thing where somebody was trying to argue with me about the Jimmy Kimmel thing, and I retweeted I said at Grok, has Jimmy Kimmel openly asked for or openly basically called for or been in favor of people he disagrees with dying? And Grok
100%.
it's like, yes, it actually has it. And I'm like, oh, good. I'm going to retweet this. And I just retweeted it at Jimmy Kimmel Wants You Dead. Apparently, apparently X didn't like that. I'm arguing with them because I'm just basically paraphrasing what Grok had to say. So we'll see what they have to say about that.
Okay, that's actually a lot milder than what I expected it to be.
Yes.
And then I wanted to gloat and have like a show of hands of how many people on the panel had it either warnings or had their whole Twitter accounts nuked.
Well,
I've had
I had
warnings.
was man.
Oh, I've had one of them, dude, but it was an all.
Oh,
It's not that fucking hard not to.
Well, I
my
know
big
that
one
now.
My big one is anyone
It
who
only
said
took you
Baldy
5
Matt-
times, Strider.
Okay,
Anyone who
yeah,
said
agree,
anything bad
yeah.
about Charlie
Yeah.
Kirk, like any like mainstream figure, I was like, just wondering when you're speaking in public next.
Yeah.
And
Fair
a
question.
lot of people were like, is that a threat? And was like, no, not really.
It's a question.
Genuine curiosity.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though.
Oh, the Hassan, the Hassan
It'd be
people
a
were going
threat if
nuts.
Sammy was like, "Hey, when's the next time you're in my neck of the woods?" Like,
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Hey. Next time you're in my part of
Ooh,
town, you
this
want to
man.
hang out?
Well, it is on post.
Also, Vagabond. I found out the other day. I have a fetish that I just recently found out about. There's this hot ass black chick named April K, and she just plays the bass really well. And yeah,
I mean, that'll do it.
You guys
Dude,
have some weird.
Is she
fetishes.
like your version of pan piano?
she is. She is.
Oh,
sure
and
Sweet Pea ain't
no
around.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
like,
Yeah, let's
there's
make
a
sure I can be
piano
overheard on
artist,
a public stream.
yeah. So there's a piano player on YouTube. Her name is Pan Piano. She is like this. Don't put the pictures on stream. So her
I'm not, but I
thumbnails,
gotta look it up.
her thumbnails are all thirst traps, and for you to go click on them so you can go watch her YouTube channel of her playing some music.
Oh, okay.
I typed
yeah,
in, okay, this is how popular she is. I went to YouTube and I just typed in PA and it finished the whole thing. That was the first thing that came up was pan
Wow.
piano.
Real?
Oh, damn.
yeah.
All right.
Her marketing strategy
I
is
guess
top
I should
tier.
do some research.
Okay, my girl's name is April K, K-A-E, and ooh,
Okay, we'll see. Is Vagabond's Pan Piano versus Sammy's April K. Let's
Yeah, we
see
should throw it.
who
Throw a
wins.
poll up after
Pan or
this.
Pam?
Pan, P-A-N.
You guys have?
yeah, I was gonna say it took
Yeah, find
very
it.
little effort to find Vagabond.
So this is like she doesn't show her face, and
For the
and her
That's
Twitter,
That's not
Twitter's
Wonder
more almost X-rated, but it's blurred out.
Oh, she's doing a cosplay one. That's
Well,
is she actually good in the piano? Can she play?
yes, she's actually
like it.
awesome. No, but
She's
if
Asian,
you
so.
see her thumbnails on Twitter, those are like absolutely crazy.
Okay.
Well, we're all there for the piano playing. Just saying.
Right.
Oh, there's a piano there. Oh shit.
I can understand that.
Was
I
anyone
got to
hearing
agree with
buzzing?
Sammy. When I was a teenager, man, yeah, you saw a little petite black chick that was either punk rock or goth, and
What color was the handkerchief?
all us white boys would be fucking going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Fight.
Okay, I want to add to that. I like those
see that.
chicks. Those are like my top favorite black chicks. But the only problem with them, they're not into black guys.
That's true. That's
They're
100%
supposed to be
true.
into them.
Yeah, that's a deal
how it
breaker, I
works.
think, yeah.
I like
Every
you said
chick that
your
I've ever
top
met that
favorite
was like
black
was either
chick,
with a
because
white
I
dude or a
also rank
Hispanic.
black chicks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, go ahead, Leon. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying I like the fact he's like those are my top favorite black chicks, implying he ranks them because I also rank black chicks and categorize them on different levels of likability.
I do
and-
that with all chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but there's something special about doing it with black chicks. Like it's like okay,
All right,
we can.
All right. Well, you saw his show my dream girl.
All right.
Devil,
Let
this
me.
gives me an
Where do
idea
I
for
find her
Get
on
Ranked.
YouTube? Right.
I just typed in April K.
Ranking the most annoying black women.
No, yeah, we need a
Yeah,
a
you
women
can
by
find- yeah, you
nationality
can-
ranking stream.
How
April
often
K.
can
Base.
April K. The first one I saw is how often can you truly? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. I figured out. Oh, she's cute. All right.
That would cross over with
The one I saw is how often can you truly? That's the first one that came up for me.
And since I'm not one to
There you go.
gatekeep, I'm sharing all my secrets so you feel confident in your
Okay.
date.
We're not
Stop
here.
wishing and
We're not here to
Yeah,
hear
no,
you
here.
talk, April.
Okay.
All right. That's pretty badass. And
Yeah,
from what I heard,
can't
she's
say
good
I'm
at the
a fan.
base.
Thanks to Ninja Turtles, I'm a little bit upset about Black Aprils. So
There you-
Yeah, click any one of those. Like she gets down.
Audio. Okay, I don't want to play too much because copyright.
Let's say,
Yeah, no,
right,
she's
right.
good. She's good.
Wow,
She can
okay.
slap that motherfucker. I do like the bass. I played a
And
little bit in
whatever she
high school.
Although I'm gonna,
Whatever she does with the base.
I'm just for the boys here. I'm gonna post it in the private chat. The one where I was just
Yeah.
like, oh,
the one that he
I
was
will look
doing
at that
into.
later.
Now,
Yeah.
my YouTube musician thought girl that I was kind of digitally stalking there for a while played the cello.
oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, bro.
You probably do.
See,
Well,
you guys have
See, I like how
repertoire.
Vagabond and Iron Ox had classy ones, and Sammy's like, black person instrument. Like, no, you guys are just
At least the black chick wasn't playing the
She's
saxophone. That'd be a little
fucking
too on the nose.
beautiful. What are you talking about?
We all know mine. I
Okay.
mean, she makes
I'm
sandwiches.
just
Okay,
thinking
if you look up, don't show it on stream, but look up Pan Piano's. I'm trying to give it an edge here. Go to Pan Piano's Twitter account and just scroll up and down, and that's that's like what
That's
I'm
where it
talking
gets. That's where it gets fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, yours doesn't show her face. Mine in the middle while she plays, she kind of does one of these.
Yeah.
It was like, and I
And Sammy,
more
please
Steve
never do
Ozzy
that again.
Osbourne gardening.
Yeah, I thought Sammy was going to finish there for a second.
All right. Speaking of degenerate perverts, Drunken Emerald Arrow, last intro.
Oh my God, we're still on intros.
Okay,
Half
get
an
ready.
hour in.
I got a book. Okay, so yeah, I'm here. Let's go.
All right, great.
We're not
Great. Now
talking
I'm
about
gonna.
Drunken's fetish for. I'm assuming women that make milkshakes. I don't know.
It's something like that.
They do bring all the boys to the yard.
They do.
So much joke, damn it.
All right, now we say hi to the chat because this is a structured show and I take it incredibly serious.
Savage.
First
Be-
in,
be
Lawrence
handled.
Knight. What's going on, Lawrence? Who else we got
Lawrence.
here? Blue-eyed Scorpio. What's going on, brother?
Yeah.
We got producer / wife, Scream Queen Selena, who is currently, we got her computer fixed, but she can't join us this evening, unfortunately. But she's in the chat. Joel, don't worry. Anytime we start having too much fun and screaming over each other, she'll come in and be like, "Stop it." And that's what we appreciate.
Snap it.
No, God, I missed not having her on here for months because the show got so off the fucking rails. So I'm lucky to even have a channel. Then Emerald came in and fucking saved my ass at the last minute. And Leon, you didn't have to do that, brother, but thank you so much. $20 super chat. What is this thing going to get memberships for me to give? Hopefully soon. I'm at 822. So the long road to 1,000 is hopefully coming to an end. I already got the watch hours. Yeah, you have to have 1,000. 1,000 plus it's like another 1,000. You have to have 5,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. I already got the watch hours is covered. Got no problem.
I thought you just didn't do it because like the Rose Gallery is really exclusive club, and you didn't want to be like, oh, we're not letting any like fucking Wonder Woman or Superman villains in here. Like, fuck that, that's gay. Like,
no, fuck no. I cannot wait until I can do the gifted memberships, the emojis. I got a bunch of shit in mind for that.
I've never heard.
Already got plans.
He was excited for emojis before, but I guess it was the first time for everything.
I am.
I
I like using Photoshop. What?
We need
All right, who else?
I need an MSK emoji in there when we do it. Like, I've got
Dude.
some ideas.
We got Laps Comics fan. What is up, dude?
What's up,
Good
Laps?
seeing you in here this evening. Blue Eyed Scorpio.
Oh shit, LG's here.
I got LG. Holy shit. What's up, brother?
What's up, LG?
And here we go. Master Hobo is in the house. That's the one I'm looking for. Greetings from the homeless shelter. Did I mess the intro? Yes, you did. Go back and watch it. It was hilarious. Blue Eyed Scorpio. I went to Ethan Van Sciver's page for the first time in probably 4 to 5 months to see what he said about the Kirk situation, and he's still bashing on Ripa and Az.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
What else does
he's
he
made a
have?
few. When he's dropped a few good points on the whole situation, I give credit where credit's due. But yeah, he's just a broken record, man.
Why is he going after
Keep doing what
Az?
he's doing.
Like heel versus babyface
Yeah.
Az?
Yeah,
it's-
they're the ones.
No, he's
because
going
him,
after our Azra.
him and Az.
Yeah, ours.
He's going after Arza.
His issue
Okay.
with Az
Would
is the
though.
reason that the High Council, like essentially he left it and stuff, right? Was because Az and him got into it, and Gary took Az's side.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got LG. What up, man?
Yo.
Good to see you. And it was good having you on the show the other night. We hadn't hung out in a while. We got Hellhound. What is up? And I
What's
think
up,
we're
dude?
just about caught up.
Oh yeah. What am I doing?
Oh, we got Weasel up in here. What up, Weasel?
Hey, Weasel, what's
What
up?
am
man?
I doing?
The Weasel's coming in for them double clips.
Yeah,
We got
seen it
David D, the most
me.
underappreciated
David.
employee of Mr. Burgers. Who there would be no Mr. Burger without David D. I'm saying that publicly. He does all the hard work. Good to see you, David D.
And the devil.
Man,
I'm
I think
sorry
we're all
what
caught
happened
up.
with the Fist of the North Stars questions.
Oh, dude,
I was robbed.
I need to get
I
back
was
on Mr.
robbed.
Burger
Money?
for more trivia. That was great. Hit me
All
up,
right.
Celine, if Mr. Burger needs another go round. Sure. That was
Oh yeah, dude.
What, Mr.
That's
Burger?
actually a lot of fun. Yeah, the trivia shows. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
up
if
for the
anybody's
belt.
interested in going on that, hit up my wife. She does the booking for Mr. Burger for that show as well. So
Yeah, I
Leon,
was
if you're a
on there,
Pretty good
music
trivia,
fan,
I was on there one time, and then like I amassed like a bunch of points, and like I'm going against another guy, and like if I win, I get like a belt.
Yeah, he's
the
got a
belt
whole
he
thing
makes.
over there.
Yeah, dude,
Me
Mr.
and
Burger
Devil
goes
were
all out
going
for
at
that
it.
shit.
Yeah, me and Devil were going at it. He was winning the music, but because I'm bad with names, and so even if I knew the song and know the band, I just like, oh man, what the fuck
That
the
was
name
my
is and shit.
problem with it.
But he did an anime questionnaire just for me. And it was supposed
There
to
you
be random, but it was like 6 or 7 questions in a row on Fits of the North Star. And before they could finish getting like 2 words out, I already knew the answer.
I'm gonna admit, I'll admit something here I shouldn't admit in public, but the only reason I won on Mr. Burger that night is because for some fucking reason,
Nate, what up,
the
buddy?
names and titles of disco songs are stuck in my fucking head, and I knew more. And he had a bunch of fucking disco.
See, that's
get-
where
Music white boy.
I do good with decades that I know or genres that I know, but then he starts going into the fucking Euro trash or fucking some of the really obscure stuff, or even when it gets a little too modern, like the fucking either modern hip hop or modern what they call rock that just sounds like
I was gonna say, don't say rock.
dirty
There's no such thing
hippies.
as rock. Rolling
No,
Stone said,
no.
"Oh, Imagine Dragons is a rock band. No, Imagine Dragons are a bunch of fucking word I can't say."
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
There's
Dragons
no
is
such thing as
Oh,
rock.
actually,
Like,
that helped me. So there was a couple
Imagine
answers
Dragons
that I
like
accidentally
fucking
like
stuff.
stumbled onto where I was like, it's probably some like gay late '90s metal band like Fuel, and he's like, it's Fuel, and I was like,
fuck yourself. Fuel was awesome. I worked with them. They're nice as shit. Their music is good. Fuck you. Fuel kicks ass.
great. That's great that they're nice guys. It's like saying, like a fat
They
chick
did-
is hot because she's got a
They
great
did the end credit
personality.
song
Have you
for-
seen, man? Right now, a
Yeah.
bunch of people. It was trending before the week went crazy, but a lot of people were starting to. The whole hashtag was going viral. Creed isn't that, or not Creed. Nickelback really isn't that bad.
Okay, they're not. They're not.
They're
They get a lot
actually
of
not
hate.
when you
They get a
think
lot of
about
hate.
it.
No, okay,
No,
they're
no.
not
Oh,
any
you
know
more.
what, Rock, man.
I can make the best case for Nickelback being an incredible band that nobody else can do. All right,
he just say
I'm gonna
Nickelback?
lay it out here. I'm gonna make my case. For Nickelback. Y'all know what synesthesia is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as no. So synesthesia is a mental disorder where your brain confuses certain senses, right? So like for example, I hear color. Like so I've got synesthesia. I hear color. It's that's the best way to explain it. And so most bands have just like a small spectrum of colors that I hear because, most bands do shit in the same genre. Nickelback is probably the most colorful band I've ever heard. Every single different fucking song.
I have no
gives me-
doubt.
that's because they
Rainbow.
do rock. They've done disco songs. They do metal. They do little radio top 40 pop stuff. But the point is, I get more colors from Nickelback than about anybody else. And that's why I think people don't like them because they have no niche. When they do their soft acoustic top 40 shit, metalheads like, fuck these homos. When they do their heavy shit, the fucking teeny boppers like, oh, I don't like this. They've done a disco song. Nobody likes disco. So the point is, they're so diverse, nobody likes them.
You got to listen to Ween, bro.
One of my favorite bands
Ring's
kind of
on my
has
brain right
that
now.
that same problem because they started off punk rock and now they don't really fit in a box. Like one of their albums almost sounds completely country, and that is fucking shit. Now what in the hell is the name? Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, I love
Jimmy
Emo.
Eat
World.
World.
I
They
love
were actually the very, in my opinion, they're the
Love
very
that
first
band.
successful emo band.
Me
Like
too.
they were the first emo band.
And they weren't even emo to start. They were literally just
emo
your
wasn't really even a thing
typical,
yet.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
They were
Dude.
typical punk, and a lot of people have robbed from them. I'm glad you said that because they started doing the emo thing, and then Green Day, who is known for doing nothing but ripping everybody else off, decided,
Yeah, Green Day
we're going to do that, but we're more popular, so we're going to do it bigger, just like they did with a lot of the smaller punk bands that started experimenting with ska. They started doing that, and and then they'll ruin it for everybody else because they kind of suck at it.
I fucking hate
Agreed.
Green Day so much.
I used to be a pretty big fan. Now I will admit they put on a great live show. I hated them in high school until I saw them live.
I liked I liked them until American Idiots. I really liked Warning. Warning's probably my favorite album.
It's a
from
great
them.
album.
That's probably
That's
the
what
best
sucks. It's hard to say that they're not good, but they also
It's
terrible
just, I
people,
just
but they have a lot of great albums.
it's the terrible people thing, and I have a really hard time where like 50-year-old men like dress like lesbians and be like, we're talking to
good,
you.
dude. That's all fucking aging rock stars, though. You got to admit,
Right,
man.
have you seen
Yeah,
the
that's
show
not
recently
just
or
good.
Aerosmith?
Oh, like I
Right.
don't care what what anyone wears when they're older because I already know what the fuck I'm wearing the same shit when I get old and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I'm gonna
okay,
dress
I
like Steven
saw
Tyler on
Aerosmith a couple
70s.
years
It's
ago.
gonna be
I want to
awesome.
ask this about all rock bands. So and I saw this about Steven Tyler. So he was in the full like rock star like get up like leather clad and everything, and then like he's
Cheetah
just wearing,
print.
like yeah, but then his shoes are just like tennis shoe like trainers, like like good foot support. And I was like, at what point is that acceptable? Where it was like everything else is like great, and then he's got a pair of like Asics.
Well, that's the one thing you
New
can't
Balance.
fucking you can't hide when you're aging is your fucking footwear.
Yeah,
Dude, Steven Tyler may be still kicking it as a rock star, but he's one fucking bad slip away from a broken hip, and
no, I swear to God, he did like a kick move, and then he like Like,
Oh yeah,
the only
Dude.
the only band which I never saw any inkling of that, and you guys won't be surprised, was the Rolling Stones. Those guys,
Dude.
they're I think heroin's a hell of a drug, man, because like
Mhm.
they were kicking and like bopping around and everything. You would
Really?
I know they're in their
Man.
80s, but you would swear they were in their 60s.
I'm pretty sure that Mick Jagger can like wrestle a bear and win. Like, no, the
Okay.
dude, mad lad.
That's like when I've
which
seen
do
the
you
Bad
prefer?
Brains. If you're familiar with them.
Which do you prefer?
Bad Brains?
Ozzy's Frog Jump or Richard's Rooster?
Rooster, and I love Ozzy. I
Rooster?
think, yeah, but that's just a little more iconic, dude. As far
Well,
as
you mean you loved Ozzy? You got to get the tenses right.
Yeah.
Shut up.
that one still fucking is wrecking me, dude.
Yeah,
I agree.
I watched that every hour of the fucking them pulling him in the hearse in his hometown. That fucking wrecked me.
they that the only one that I would say probably affected me more was Tom Petty. Tom Petty is my like all-time like favorite. It was like I feel like one of my like life goals was like to meet the guy. And then there, but like it was different with Ozzy though, because like Ozzy got sick, you watched Ozzy deteriorate,
Right?
And it was like I watched
Tom Petty.
I watched my grandfather deteriorate from Parkinson's, and like it runs in my family, so it's like one of those things like, oh, you worry about, and like he started like making the face, and you're like, it's the Parkinson's face, and then
You saw it coming.
Yeah, you did, but it was like, dude, that last concert though was such like this triumphant thing. Like it was like my wife would like, I was like watching it. My wife would like come downstairs and she's like, "You are like sobbing. I can hear you from." I was there, just like, "Go upstairs."
All right, get out!
I haven't had one that hits like super hard yet. Like I'm a big Prince fan, and I was a big Michael Jackson fan. Those both hit, but like it's again, they're not up top. They're like they're not the favorite. Like I know I'm gonna fucking lose it when Billy Idol goes. I know it's gonna happen at some point. I'm gonna that'll be my Ozzy moment. But like say, oh dude, Prince, that one sucks. I'm gonna listen to the whole 1999 back to back. Michael. I remember where I was when Michael Jackson died, things like that. But beyond, I haven't really had one that's just like, okay, I'm gonna need to shut myself in a room for a couple days and go through the discography while I cry while I jerk myself.
Dude, that was
for me next to Ozzy. Tom Petty did hit me, but what really hit me was David Bowie.
David Bowie didn't hit me, but that's not because he's bad. He put out that whole album and that like 10-minute terrifying song.
Thank you. He went out like a shit.
Okay, he pretty much told us he's about to die, so I had time to cope and grieve in advance. So when he finally did die, I was like, damn, good for you for knowing, buddy.
It was a lot like Ozzy in the sense like Ozzy put out that fucking epic show when you knew it was, we just didn't know it'd be a week later. I thought it's like, okay, he's gonna spend time with his family, have a good year, and coast out, deservingly. But no, he had to do it fucking metal and just like, nope, week later, motherfuckers.
They were saying he held on
Bowie
just
was
to do
sudden,
that
right?
show.
He had like, we didn't. Bowie suffered in silence. It was, right? We didn't know he had.
It was, but it was kind of the same way. He put out that album. He's like, made the announcement that he had cancer, and then like it was almost like Ozzy, like less than a month later after that album dropped.
Okay, he did announce it,
But the thing that Bowie did, which is the most Bowie thing ever, is he documented it in secret.
Yeah.
And he put out an album to release in secret.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I know you guys are like real bummed right now, but like, here's all this stuff. Like at when Tom Petty died, and the thing, okay, hold on, you guys are gonna judge me, and I don't care. So the night that the day that Tom Petty died was also the night of that terrible shooting in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that greatly overshadowed the death of my hero. And like I had a real hard time with people going like, "Oh, this is tragic." And I'm like, it was like I'm kind of on Twitter like, yeah, that sucks, but like, there's like a great like say like there's nothing I could say to justify that my hero had passed, like because like this terrible incident went on, and it was like I got no catharsis out of that. It was almost like online blue balls.
Sammy was the only one there with a candle.
Well, here's what's fucking crazy. I was at work when I found out that Tom Petty died, and that wrecked the rest of my day. I get home, and me and the wife are both very sad over Tom Petty. We could have gone, because I'm in Vegas. We could have gone to that concert, but we were too depressed to do anything.
Okay, I saw Tom Petty 11 times throughout my entire life.
Never got to see him.
I saw him twice on his like 40th anniversary tour, which we didn't know was going to be his last tour. And like I was like so hyped up because like they were doing all these things. They were talking about like going like back into the studio. And Tom Petty, you can like or hate Bruce Springsteen. He's very much one of those artists who like never.
By the way, hate. You can only hate Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen.
That's anybody with
only
taste.
Okay, well, what I'm getting at is he's an artist that like never stopped. He didn't take a hiatus and come back. He wasn't like Aerosmith, where it was like, hey, we had to sober up for 10 years, and then, you know, Cornell was also a rough one, but I'm saying like he never stopped, and so I was following him. I was in a place in my life where I was like financially set enough where I was like traveling to like watch this one musician, and I was going to go see him at the Hollywood Bowl. And I didn't realize that was going to be his last show. And then like, like when someone was like, I was at work and someone was like, hey, I know you're like a music guy. Tom Petty died. Like, I don't know if that's going to upset you. And I was like, I have to go home. Like,
yeah.
Like my wife came home and my dad texted me. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm home." And he's like, "I figured you would be home." Like everybody was like checking. Everybody else was like checking on me, and it was like, keep in mind, I do not know Tom Petty. Like it was like, but I have like posters of him on my. Like I have a Batman bathroom. Like I have a Tom Petty like just hallway of just like different like shit. Like it was like that was my guy.
I'm picturing Sammy like furiously railing his wife, but looking up at a picture of Tom Petty, like, "It's for you, Tom. It's for you, Tom."
Yeah. No, I had the big old Tom. We're gonna make a baby named Tom.
Too much to hear the ultrasound. Do you want to know the gender? It's a girl. We're naming her Tomette.
Still Tom. Still Tom. It was Tom when it was conceived.
No, abort this one. We're starting over too.
Yeah, lapsed Cornell was a hard one. Everything Cornell did was great. Solo work, Soundgarden, Audio Slave. Dude, I don't think there'll ever be another vocalist like Cornell again. Chester was great. I got and that one was rough too, especially because he was so fucking young, and again, it was sudden.
Yeah,
I could do a whole. I could do a whole fucking show about the conspiracy theories about both of their deaths because they were both working on a very controversial project.
Dude,
so,
Leon.
What?
We should talk about
Pimple haters. I see what you got. I see what you're driving at. That's
if you guys do that, I'd love to join.
Write that down so that's remembered, Sammy. Yes, absolutely. Good. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even thought about that.
And even what's his name? Was it Andrew Bourdain? Something like that. You know, the traveling cook.
Yeah,
he was also connected to the whole conspiracy. It's fucking crazy. It's a big rabbit hole to go down. Yep, 100%. All right.
Wait, hold on. One more joke about Chris Cornell. We were down in Detroit, and I actually got kicked out of the hotel that Chris Cornell was in the last night of his life. We didn't think it was a big deal, but we were at the craps table, and we looked and it was like, I heard Chris Cornell used to hang around here, and a little bit later, this guy was like, you made a joke about a celebrity who actually offed himself at or he didn't say off himself, but like at our casino. you probably like should go. There's a lot of
Oh,
people
wow.
who complained about you, and I was like, well, I like this music too.
Doesn't matter. You can fuck off now.
Yeah. There was no saving that.
Sammy, I want to make sure you know that when you do inevitably die before me, I will be making jokes the day it happens.
Thank you.
That's how I'm gonna cope.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're
All right,
saving all of our
Emerald,
best
you got
block
something
jokes
you wanna share with us? What you got pulled up?
Well, with all the talk of music and stuff like that, you have $200 to build your ultimate 2000s rock festival lineup.
Shit.
I know.
Are these the only
Nickelback
fucking
is 50
choices?
Yeah, I was gonna say I want none of this.
This is just
awful.
This
I
was
mean,
already on here.
I like Avenged Sevenfold. All right, Godsmack does not get enough credit. I do like
Great.
Godsmack.
actually really like
both on my
Sting.
list already. Yeah, Godsmack and A7X.
Shine
I've seen
Down
Papa
is
Roach
okay.
live. They
I could
kick
definitely-
ass live. So I would actually put
Yes.
Papa Roach on there.
And here's the thing about Papa Roach: I don't own any of their albums, but I've seen them live so many times, and they never disappoint.
Their first, I'd say,
Yeah, I
honestly,
saw
probably the
Papa
first
Roach.
5 albums at least are like solid.
See, my lineup, I was kind of looking at this and I'm just like, so you have $200. So I would kind of go Seether, Stained, Godsmack, Avenged Sevenfold.
Fuck you, faggots! 3 doors down, 10 times.
Man, this is a tough
I
one.
hate Shine
Because
Down.
I actually really like
I hate
Sting.
I really hate Shine Down too.
And I really like Breaking Benjamin.
I like Shinedown. I like how you probably could get most of these bands to play for $200 at this point.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
I don't
most
know
of these
Buck
bands are
Cherry
playing
was
at
still
home.
around.
God, you can give that to Godsmack. Be like, all right, let me call the auto shop and tell them I need to die off.
Yeah.
That's surprising. that,
Walmart,
like,
transfer me to the Auto Lube Center. I gotta talk to Terry.
Hi, we're Seether. We'll be playing next to the Tilter Whirl. We'll be here for.
I didn't even realize that was Stained in the middle there. I was like, I'm a normie when it comes to Stained. I only know like the
I
fucking
don't
hits
like
and whatnot,
Stained
I'm
at
not a
all.
fan, so.
I don't know. They've got some songs that I've really enjoyed. Got me through a lot of high school. Pretty nice.
No, actually, the only thing that I know about Stained is the lead singer. I've talked to you about this, Iron. He did this thing. He likes to do this thing where he does a couple of songs acoustically, but he doesn't mic the guitar, and he just wants the crowd to be quiet. And if you're not quiet, he yells at the crowd because you're not being. They don't. It's not a plugged in acoustic. It's not nothing. He wants everyone to be quiet enough, as if an unplugged acoustic guitar is going to be heard by thousands of people.
Really?
And if you aren't really shush, he gets really aggravated. And there's plenty of videos of this, and I think it's retarded. And I love it.
I'm really disappointed that like this is a 2000s rock festival lineup and the king of 2000s rock bands. By the way, Nickelback shouldn't be on here. Neither Shine Down. They're both too heavy to be on here. Those are not rock. I would say they're actually metal bands. But there's no Linkin Park on this list.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
Yeah,
another good
that's
band
true.
that could fit on here is like Thrice.
By the way,
Thrice is
Breaking
good.
Benjamin fucking sucks. I don't know what they're even doing on this. Breaking Benjamin, they fucking suck.
Yeah,
I don't
Nickelback
know.
is
I
far
always
too
like-
big.
I
to
like
be on
Breaking
this.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
Breaking
that.
Benjamin is
Yeah,
great.
Kiss ass.
3 Days Grace is
Uh,
fine. Most of these bands I've seen accidentally because they were on like someone else's ticket.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
how it is.
All these are like festival bands, like not ones
Right,
you
yeah,
go to
yeah.
specifically. They're opening for a bigger band, like Godsmack,
Yeah.
great band. Only saw them at festivals or opening for like Metallica or Korn,
Mhm.
which really didn't make any fucking sense.
Hmm.
Like,
Okay, no,
all
all
right,
these-
you go from Godsmack to Korn.
Okay,
I don't
all
know
of
if
these
I'd put
bands,
Buck
like if
Cherry
you
on
walk
here
up to
either.
me wearing like a Seether t-shirt or like a Breaking Benjamin t-shirt, or especially like a Buck Cherry T-shirt, it's like the Misfits law. Like I assume that's the only T-shirt you have, and like you smell, and like no one wants to talk to you because it's the only thing you talk about. And it's like, well, Eric left the band, and I didn't think it was going to be as good, but you know what? Buck Cherry still rocks, bro.
We all know exactly
They still slap. They still slap.
Yeah, I was like, I can't drive anymore, but like my girlfriend picked me up in her Ford Escort, and I was like, this is bitching, and she didn't want to come in. She said she was like embarrassed by me, and then like she dropped me out at the door. But you know what? She's a diehard bitch because as soon as the concert was over, she was right up at the door and picked me up, bro. Can I bum a cigarette?
Damn it.
Well,
You
I gotta clip that entire thing tonight. Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate it. That was fantastic. Everybody does. Now, you mentioned the Misfits. Do you have to get that personal?
I mean, Sammy, really, why are you personally attacking me right now?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. No, Emerald, stand up and show him your Papa Roach T-shirt.
Show your Buck Cherry T-shirt first.
Oh wait, no. Papa Roach
Okay,
has that dumbass song. Like a paper man torn into shreds by his own pair of scissors. And I remember just being stuck in traffic going like, that's the worst lyric that I've ever heard.
Okay, so you guys,
Nobody wants to address
this is
Three Doors
about
Down on this list,
2000s
do they?
music. Since this is about 2000s music, I got to share something really fucking gay with you guys. Listen to this. So you all know, know my wife.
Let me get in a position.
There you go. All right, great. So you guys have all met my wife, sweetest fucking girl. Like if you were married to her, you would just fucking do things that would normally your teenage self would beat you up for, right? So here's the thing. She loves boy bands, and Backstreet Boys is one of her favorites. And my wife, I give my wife what she wants. So she wants to listen to Backstreet Boys. We're listening to fucking Backstreet Boys. And I normally tune it out. Now, here's the thing.
My wife loves
she
Backstreet
started
Boys.
playing their newest album where they actually wrote all the music and the lyrics for and everything. I got to admit, there are a couple of those fucking songs are actually pretty fucking good.
You dressed up.
I mean, they sound like they kind of sound like rock. They kind of sound like rock ballads. I'm not gonna. I told you it was gonna be gay as fuck.
You definitely just sounded like you've seen one up close by telling that
It's not bad. Some of those fucking songs are not. There's one in particular that was pretty fucking good.
I know
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
Sammy looks like he's about to have a seizure.
I can't.
You know how I said. You know how I said my teenage self would want to kick my ass. Sammy looks like he does right now.
Because you know what? Just for the love of the game and everything, I will share something that I did in middle school that was so cringeworthy now. Is as you guys know, I sing in a band, but I would pick like the girl I was dating, like I would find like her favorite artist and like I would like figure out like what song she wanted to hear, and like usually it was like a Backstreet Boys or an NSYNC song, and I there's quite a bit of those in my repertoire, and I'm gonna say
not when you're using it to pick up girls.
when the Backstreet Boys did their tour, I wasn't that upset to take.
I gotta take my wife.
Hey, you want to know what? No. When it really comes down to it, real men listen to NSYNC. Okay, I mean, you sit there, you jam.
Whoa! Who left the homo on the panel?
Yeah,
wow.
Okay, ours is not here. I got to fill in for that spot.
I have to give you a
I mean,
pass.
like,
be honest,
Freddie
in high
Mercury
school,
just rolled
any
over
one
in
of
his
us
thread
would
and be
have
like,
sung
"That's
any
too gay
song.
even for thee."
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
I got you all beat. I've worked with Aaron Carter, so
To be honest, I would do it now.
Oh
like, if the
shit!
girls all
Okay,
sing
next
Hey,
meetup, my wife is
yeah.
going to be just sitting there, just talking. What was Aaron like? What did you guys talk about? Is he,
Didn't he die?
is he
Yeah,
streamy in real life?
Sammy knows this. I used to do booking and production. I used to own a booking company for and that way I could like book bands and whatnot. Yeah, Aaron Carter's one of the ones I worked with. He was nice. He was a little. He was shy. He wasn't super like. He wasn't rude or standoffish or anything. But he was just like, I just want to come do my show. You know, he was. I don't really have an interesting story about him because he was professional. Is the best way to put it. He was professional. He come did his show. He got out and literally like next year. When you do inevitably die before me, I will be making jokes the day it happens. Like,
thank you.
Oh shit! All right, Emerald, you got something you wanna share with us? What you got pulled up?
Well, with all the talk of music and stuff like that, you have $200 to build your ultimate 2000s rock festival lineup.
Shit,
it's gonna be me. I mean, it had to be.
I know. Are these the only fucking choices?
Yeah, I was gonna say I want none of this.
This is just
awful.
already on here.
I like Avenged Sevenfold, all right. Godsmack does not get enough credit. I do like Godsmack.
I actually really like him
already. Godsmack and A7X. I've seen Papa Roach live. They kick ass live. So I would actually put Papa Roach on there.
And here's the thing about Papa Roach. I don't own any of their albums, but I've seen them live so many times and they never disappoint.
Their first
Wait,
I'd say
Yeah,
honestly,
I
probably the first
saw
5
Papa
albums
Roach.
at least are like solid.
See, my lineup, I was kind of looking at this and I'm just like, so you have $200. So I would kind of go Seether, Stained, Godsmack, Avenged Sevenfold.
Fuck you, faggots! 3 doors down, 10 times. Wait, is the audio
Man,
just
this is a
playing
tough
over
one.
and
I
over
hate
again?
Shine.
Because I actually really like Sting.
Okay, I thought I was having a
And I really
stroke.
like Breaking Bad.
I like how you probably could get most of these bands to play for $200 at this point.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
I don't
most
know
of these
if
bands are
Buckberry was
playing
still
it.
around.
God, you can give that to Godsmack and be like, all right, let me call the auto.
Is it fixed?
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, guys, that was on me. I was trying to get to Sammy's rant again, and then I fucked it up.
That was freaking me out, man. I was like, what is happening? It's like nothing I was watching on screen was matching what I was hearing. It was scaring me.
I was like, get out of my head. I was like,
This is working.
yeah.
That was unnerving. That was terrifying.
I know Drunken Ever was trying to say something, but the word, whatever it was.
Basically, long story short, sucks about Chris Cornell, though.
Yeah.
I guess roundabout.
No, I remember specifically being at like the Sigma Chi frat house, and they would do things like like Sammy, do this, and
they weren't the ones to put the broom up your ass.
no,
He did that himself.
different type of club.
Because at my high school, they would always talk about some college stuck some broom up some dude's ass somewhere.
Yeah, no, you know what? I will give it to all my brothers there. Anytime that I did something, it was always, unbeknownst to me, it was in the upper. I was gonna get laid in the process. I understand, like, wanting to take a woman to go. My dad does it all the time, where he was like, and he's like a big rock guy. He still has his dread card, which in Detroit that means something. That was Detroit Rockers. What is it? Against disco, or something. It was something. That's what it was. And but like he'd also be like, hey, I gotta take your mother to go see Earth, Wind and Fire tonight, or or you'd be like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, hey, it's gonna be cool, but I'm taking your mother to go see Todd Rundgren. You're going to see Todd Rundgren? I'm taking your mother to go see Todd Rundgren.
Not what I asked.
No, it was like, but you're gonna be there present. And he was like, I'm gonna.
This is an
Your
odd
mother
way, Dad.
enjoyed it.
Dad, this was a really odd way of you telling me that you're now gay.
Oh, I've done that. The only time that I really gave it to him was the Michael McDonald, where it was like
It's even more awkward for his dad.
it was like, oh, Dad, he just sent you a message. Dad, you're fucking gay. Like I leave him voicemail.
I will hear no Michael McDonald slander on this show that's not even mine that I'm now dictating the rules of. Go fuck yourself.
Let me speak for Sammy's dad here really quick. What Sammy's dad couldn't tell little Sammy is that, Sammy, son, I'm taking her mom to this show tonight so I can get some pussy.
You know what? Pretty much, you sound exactly like my dad.
Shut up, Dad.
Also,
why did you ever play catch with me?
Yeah, I was. God damn it, Devil! I was just gonna ask, like, would you just like, hey, you know what, Professor? Could you just tell me you're proud of me?
No, you just
Oh
reminded
no,
me.
can of worms opened.
My favorite You're just reminding me of my favorite PSA commercial with his son. Where did you learn this from? I learned it from watching
Yeah, I
you.
learned it from-
Oh yeah.
I threw that back at Gooch the other day, and he was like, "Touche."
The worst PSA commercial was the lady
No.
with the holder neck.
I saw a billboard. It had to be 10 years ago now, and it was over I-94, and it was my favorite billboard ever because it was just like a black guy like having a catch with his son, and like the little thing was, "Hey, be a dad."
Oh. Okay.
You know, it's just like, well,
Be a dad.
yeah.
There is a someone paid for like a billboard here in like in Perry, Georgia, or somewhere. So it was like as you drive along. No, they did like 2 billboards. So it was nut milk, and then the next billboard is not milk. So,
All right.
That was still funnier than any sort of Jimmy Kimmel bit. So
We can't hear you.
Iron, we cannot hear you.
What a great transition.
We can't hear you. Selena's muted you.
has Iron been trying to talk this whole time? I thought he was.
Yeah,
I think
I-
he gave up. He's like, well, show's
Yeah.
done now. We've
Yeah,
been,
man.
we came, we saw, we talked about Michael McDonald. We're done. Like,
Yeah.
Nope, still can't hear you.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah,
he probably changed the settings because he thought the sound that was repeating was coming from him.
Selena, this is
I
for
had-
you.
Yeah.
Does he leave?
How about now? Anything?
Yeah, we can.
Now
There
we
you
can.
All right.
There
Cool.
you go.
No.
Nice.
When
Speaking of perfect transitions.
we were having that near death experience all together with the replay of the same show we're on at the same time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, someone
everything-
clipped that.
Fucked up.
That's
I
all
think every
confused
one
as
of
hell.
us were going like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that was
happening.
fucking terrifying.
Also,
I ranted
I
about that.
if someone does clip it, it'll look like one of those old Godzilla movies because our mouths are moving, but they're not saying what we're fucking.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did I?
But also, thanks for that. I closed out a bunch of tabs I needed for tomorrow.
Did I just hear a ceiling bird?
Yeah,
What?
it's not
I didn't hear
mine.
anything.
My white self
Vagabond.
doesn't
No.
even.
How did you even
That's-
hear it?
My quarter white self doesn't even allow me to install those in my house.
Yeah,
That's
Vagabond's
the bat
it-
signal for MSK. That means he's among us.
Yeah,
Right now,
Vagabond's like, it's fine. I took all the batteries out. It can't.
But,
No.
no, I don't have a firearm.
Everyone's like, I just don't have any. Fuck
Yeah.
you guys and your stereotypes.
My fire alarm is my own
Yelling
burning
at the
flesh.
builders. We don't need that shit, man.
Well, I got enough dogs and cats to wake me up. Let me. Oh, that reminds me. I need to cover my chickens after this.
Is that a euphemism for something sexual about feet?
No,
Okay. Are you
All
sure?
right.
no, but I actually got 5 chickens out in the yard.
You just got 5 women checking out in the yard.
Hopefully, you don't have to systematically execute all of them this time.
No, like I found my city ordinance, so that is not happening this time.
Cool.
That's
cool.
good.
All right, we're only an hour into the show. I guess we should get to the fucking topic this evening. All right.
God, he's just always
So-
looking terrible.
Yeah, I can't even stand to look at this motherfucker's
No, I just hate
Now-
him. I hate his very essence.
This is where we are now. So there's a lot of mistruths about what actually happened. Just the quick rundown of the actual situation. Fucking, you could call it a joke, but it wasn't really. He just point blank said the shooter was MAGA, the killer of Charlie Kirk. End of story. Just mistruth there.
Addendum. The killer is MAGA, and MAGA refuses to accept that as the truth.
Yep.
Exactly.
Is what he said.
Yeah. So it was a double-edged sword. Not only was it a slight against the shooter, it was also the slight against everyone else who thought, what we knew. And so
Right.
Let's also put some context on this here. Jimmy Kimmel live on fucking television has said that if you didn't get the vaccine, you should die.
Yep.
Yep. I
You
remember
don't deserve a hospital
They were
bed.
shit, and they never did not even Nexstar. None of them ever did shit when he said, "You know what? If you don't agree with me, I think you should be left to die."
Well, actually, now I covered this when I did my video on this. I feel like this is pretty relevant. This is why this is such a contentious topic in terms of people saying like, "Oh, yeah, he's being canceled for his speech and whatnot." Now, while he did say what you said, Savage, that was in the context of a joke. If you listen to the full thing, that leads into a joke, and like that's part of the setup and whatnot. So therefore, it is not a statement of fact. It's not even really anything necessarily inappropriate because you should be able to make what sort of jokes you want. When Kimmel said this about the shooter, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a lead into a joke. It was a statement of fact, and that is the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was
100%.
misinformation, and he was
Now-
forwarding propaganda.
Well, here's my
one
theory.
thing that real quick, one thing he also did, whether it was on his show in context of a joke or just making tweets, he celebrated the cancellations of Tucker Carlson,
Yep.
Roseanne Barr,
Yep.
and Gina Carano.
And
All
Trump.
he did
And don't
of
forget
course,
Trump. Yeah.
All of them he did on the air.
Yep.
It wasn't tweets.
Both on the
it was
air
on the
and
air.
on the air and tweets. He was very happy with cancel culture, government overreach. This was all just private companies have a right to protect their interests, blah, 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 which is kind of the same thing. This is the situation we're in now. Trump didn't pull any triggers to make this shit happen. If anybody had some more hands-on approach to making it happen, it was Benny Johnson. Benny Johnson's not directly involved with politics. He's a political commentator.
Iron, I'll
Actually,
stop
like-
you right there. There are people in his own writer's room have gone on to say that they were already preparing for Jimmy to be replaced because
Not surprising.
even though he has a network show which is free for everyone to watch, it's not like, oh, I don't have a subscription to this. This is a network show. He has been dropping in views.
129,000 on average a show.
That
Wow.
is-
Are you
Hold on.
serious?
Hold on, 129,000 in the key demo. That is different
In
than
the key
on
demo.
average.
That okay? Yeah, you're 100% right there.
And
So
the demo
not-
is a really
so
big
terrible.
thing. And again, the problem is right now is that of course the leftist media, leftist propagandists are all pushing this on Trump and the Trump administration. And actually, I don't even think it had anything to do with the FCC interview
not.
with Benny Johnson. And I know Benny's kind of taking some kind of little bit of victory laps on that, but I don't. No, it was the local, local channels that
Affiliates.
actually put it out there that said, we don't like what he is saying. This doesn't support the community and is not good for the
Right.
community. We are done airing his show. We're going to preempt it with something else and we're not going to air it. With
Well-
Sinclair specifically, 60 channels are owned by Sinclair. And if they're not going to air it, that 60 channels not airing his show, it finally gave ABC and Disney the final go ahead to go, you want to know what? You're gone.
Yeah,
And that's the thing about these network
Hold on.
television.
He's
Go
not
ahead.
gone. He's suspended.
Yeah, he's not gone.
Right. He
Correct.
still has a contract until the
I
contract's over.
guarantee
Well,
you.
let's be honest. They're probably they're suspending him. They're suspending him until they can. They're not bringing him back because
no, they're not bringing him back.
They're
They've
trying to
been
figure out
looking
what to.
replace him already.
One at a time, guys.
Yeah. they're trying to figure out how to cut him loose legally and not get sued. in the back.
I also think that this was this is my conspiracy theory about it. I think Jimmy Kimmel did it on purpose, because what better way to write out your contract and get paid than from home?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
doesn't
I
to
have
do
a
it.
different
What he'll
theory.
do is he'll write it out. He'll take the money. He's going to get his whole contract period through May.
Yes.
That's
If
gonna
he
happen.
really gave a shit, all he had to do was correct the statement, give a non-genuine apology, and gone right back into the Trump jokes.
Well,
No,
I have a
that's
different
what the
theory.
network would have made him do had he been funny and his show actually had viewers. That's what it. So like if there was like a comedian that actually had, or South Park is a great example where they go, oh, we have this, we'll just kind of blunderbuss it on through. And like if you didn't get your turn last week, the thing that we're all missing here is and one of the best things is now we have leftists cheering cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And
I
if they
know.
want to, and one thing that they're great at is doubling down and towing the party line. Now these stupid fucking bitches have to act like Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is the funniest comedian they've ever heard until like the next cycle, until the next big news story goes. They'll be like, I've always loved Jimmy Kimmel. Like, I was like, and then you go, hey, remember when he did blackface on the Man Show? Yeah, no, it was funny when he did it. No, they're gonna all have to fucking double down on this shit, and it's wonderful to me because he's not a funny comedian. I've
He's not
never
even- he's
seen
not even a
Jimmy
comedian.
I have better news.
No.
I have even better news.
Please.
Disney's stock is down 2%. It took a big dump on this news apparently, and the left protesting them. Let's keep the right. All of you sane people out there, let's please keep the pressure on canceling your Disney Plus. Let's join in unity with the left to crush Disney's stock price. We need it to get down to about $60 or $70, $80. Then Peltier, Elon Musk, and what was his name? What was that gentleman that ran Marvel Comics for a very long time before Disney fucked him?
Nelson
Go ahead,
Peltz. No,
Nelson Peltz.
Yes, Peltz.
Peltz.
Let's get that stock price down, everybody. Keep canceling your Disney Plus.
Now,
By the way,
real quick, let me give Vagabond the floor. He's been trying to get in.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I was just saying, I just think they were just trying to. My theory is, since the show has been doing bad, this was just a perfect excuse and right timing for them to go, all right, you were losing us money anyway, so get your ass out of here.
It could have been an agreement, a closed door agreement between Kimmel and the executives. How can we fucking stop?
Well, I think so. The way mine's different than yours is that I think after the pandemic, they all been emboldened to attack anyone on the right anyway. Jimmy Kimmel's no exception. So he was just doing something he would always done, just like The View would. Yeah. And he's just been too comfortable. But the shareholders or whatever, it's like it's the right timing with the tragedy,
right?
That be like, hey, we could use this to finally get rid of this dude once and for all,
and make him look like a hero in the process.
No.
Instead of a complete fucking failure.
And that's what
two things can be true at once.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to say, like, I agree with that. I think that like this could be a closed door thing, or like Jimmy Kimmel has been on record saying that he was thinking about retiring. He wants to be Joe Rogan. He'll never be Joe Rogan. He will at being Joe Rogan.
You're not the only person who said that.
Yeah.
No, he wants his podcast to like he wants to do his work from home. He wants to do the podcast thing.
Yeah, he's
not a good enough interviewer. He's not a good enough comedian for that to be that. But this would set him up for that.
When has he ever done stand up? When has he ever been on tour? When has he ever been a real comedian?
No, he was only funny when Adam Carolla was with him.
Yeah. Well, we now know that Adam Carolla was the actual comedian of the two.
Absolutely. But I'm also saying two things can be true at once. This deal could be going down with ABC. Also, something that we have to understand about the opposition is they're looking for any excuse. So somehow Trump is the guy who is this like mastermind who's doing all these things, but also he's the dumbest man who's ever walked on earth. And and he's an idiot and he's a buffoon. And I love when they try to throw old Biden memes at us, going like, he can't even walk up the stairs. Like, what are we even doing here? We have to get him out of office now because he's too old and incompetent. And it's like these people have watched us criticize Biden, rightfully so, for years and years and years, and they're waiting to throw these things back at us every single time that this man, who's, by the way, much more mentally healthy than Biden. Imagine Biden
couldn't
doing what Trump does,
Only a
where
little bit.
like goes in front of a crowd and speaks for 3 hours. Imagine Joe Biden doing that. There's no comparison.
You can't last 13 minutes. I think.
Absolutely. So what I'm saying is they're waiting to throw these things back at us. So when they have the slightest chance of doing it, it looks so dishonest and so disingenuous, because when they do it, it's their first opportunity to go like, I'm gonna do it. And that's why the left, and it all gets thrown out, because the left cannot meme. And the only way that they can meme is to
recycling ours.
Right. Absolutely.
And
So
you
when
see
they
that a lot.
do this-
They've tried recycling the Chad memes with the guy, and
Yes,
they
so
put
when
they
they
put the
do
MAGA
this-
hat on the little gray NPC guy, because here's the thing:
Hey,
they had
welcome to
the
10
left
years ago. It's
lacks
not like we've seen
all
that for a decade.
creativity.
Yeah,
that's why all they do is hijack existing properties. That's why they can't
Well,
create any.
but that-
they had
but
to do the
that's-
same little real quick, Strider, and then I'll let you go.
Sorry, I didn't
They had
interrupt.
Black Little Mermaid with the same story when they had a golden opportunity to call it the Little Mermaid and use African folklore. They weren't smart enough. They can't do anything creative. They can only hijack and ruin existing things, even memes. That's all.
But what's actually kind of funny? Well, I don't. This isn't funny, but to your point, Iron, that's exactly what they're doing here, because they're only trying to make the big deal about the Jimmy Kimmel thing in order to distract from the fact that their people just killed a man last week.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Even their huge devastating crises, they can't generate a grassroots one, because the left has no grassroots anywhere. And notice, I don't think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden USAID gets revealed and it gets bankrupted. It's gone away now. And late night is at the first on the chopping block. Colbert died. The Colbert Show died. The Taylor Tomlinson's comedy show that nobody watched died miserably. Lily Singh was not long for this world anyway. But like, all these late night shows are being shit canned because they cannot have any kind of organic reach. They can't have any kind of organic response either. And I guarantee you, half the people that were watching it, or half the reason these people are even to every single late night person, is now they're not comedians anymore. They're just mouthpieces for leftist ideology and politics.
Well, that's a good point, Strider, because even their top people are artificially inflated. Hassan Piker, his growth was not organic. It was put in. The two little twins, whatever they are, Harry and Dean.
They were
such and such.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Krasentines.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the
Yeah, let's say like
they all
Harry Sisson.
track
on the
back
list,
their
all of
income.
them.
It always goes back to some Democrat bank.
No, Midas Touch
Midas
Touch just elected a new guy, and his interactions, his videos have 75 people who interact, but all of a sudden he has 75 people commenting, but all of a sudden you look and it's like 50,000 people. It's insane. But like then you look and you're like, oh, this is the new guy that Midas Touch. This is the guy who's going, we are all Jimmy Kimmel. We are all. You just created 1,000 Jimmy Kimmels.
I have a job and I'm funnier, so no, I'm not Jimmy Kimmel.
And even that, we were just talking about how they can't. All they can do is shoplift the rights memes and repackage them. Even with a slogan,
Absolutely.
they had to take the "We're all Charlie Kirk."
Yeah.
Because
in the most scummy way possible, dude, we're all Jimmy Kimmel.
There's
a big fucking difference between somebody getting a slap on the wrist and getting their show suspended versus and now that's their free speech issue. Our free speech issue is the guy was murdered.
Yeah, no, I made a comment on that, and I think it's got like 7,000 likes on Twitter. What I said was like, yeah, like a C-list comedian getting fired is the same thing as the guy getting murdered.
I'm not going to call him a comedian because he doesn't do stand-up, he doesn't tour, he doesn't have a
never has.
No, he's a mouthpiece.
Well, hold on. That doesn't make someone not a comedian. It makes them not a
Well-
stand-up comedian. Weird Al is a comedian. He doesn't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like Steve Martin.
I would even posit Jimmy Fallon is more of a comedian because he's actually been on SNL for a while and he actually does have
Jimmy
some talent.
Fallon, he's just a sellout. He was a real.
Yeah, he's
Here's
100%
the
sellout,
thing.
but he was actually has some comedic timing and some really
One at a time, guys.
No, I would
idea
say
of fun.
all of these guys are sellouts. All of these guys paid their dues and got. Colbert was a very funny guy. Like Colbert on Strangers with Candy, on The Daily Show. All these times they did the things. They drank the Kool-Aid and they realized that, hey, I can talk about Trump, and that's the only thing I'm going to talk about. And I can shill for the Democrat Party. That's the only thing I'm going to do.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Sammy, they didn't come up with that. They were told to do that because again, they're mouthpieces. Like, not as
I said they
Jimmy
were
Kimmel wasn't in there writing his material, being like, I could talk about Trump and I'll get hits. No. The WEF and the people that send in their people their people all the way down the ladder to get the pinprick that is Jimmy Kimmel was like, you're gonna talk about Trump.
They painted themselves into that corner. It's their own fault for painting themselves in that corner. They have adopted so many of the victim classes and stuff that they can't have humor. They can't be funny.
There's that, and here's the thing, and Leon kind of hit the head on. They got somebody opened the door to the exclusive club, gave them their little membership card, but on the back of that card, there's a whole list of fucking rules.
Yeah.
And no matter what, you follow every single one of them. And eventually, it's through conditioning, they start to believe them, whether they originally did or not. And we kind of saw that, like Jon Stewart used to be very middle of the road. And then he started getting bigger. And then
a lab.
You're cutting in and out.
I said Jon Stewart came in on and fucking called it a lab leak and freaked.
And then what happened to Jon? Then Then a few weeks later, he was doubling down, not on the lab leak stuff. He never recanted that, but he started going way harder on the right and Trump and everything else that he used to. He got reprimanded and was told what to do to correct it. Otherwise, his membership in the club might be revoked.
Oh, absolutely. Best example, when Trump got fired on, when Trump nearly got assassinated, what was the first thing that CNN put out? Do you guys remember?
That
Trump
he fell
on stage.
Oh, yeah.
After a loud noise caused Trump to fall on stage.
I remember gunshot, bullet piercing your ear. That'll make you.
This information we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Even with Charlie Kirk, we're saying we had that one guy who rightfully got fired, and now we're going to get into the conversation because that guy Stephen Dowd rightfully got fired because he was like, I don't know, someone could have just been firing their gun out of celebration.
This is
like in a Mexican birthday
you were
party.
Sitting there as an average American, how could you possibly go, yeah, you know what? Someone was probably just firing their gun out of celebration.
Well, see, and that's
nothing to worry about.
Well, let's also not gloss over the fact the reason they feel so safe in just with abject lies and deliberate, like not even trying to hide it, is for so long their paychecks have their bank accounts have been filled by our tax dollars, and no one's ever held them to account. No one's because they don't have to.
Well, it's not just the
They don't
tax
have to appeal
dollars.
to any organic viewership. They don't have to appeal to the advertising dollars anymore because no one's watching. So they are dependent. They are dependent on USA to
Because-
put out tax dollars.
That's
So
true.
they have no reason to not. They have no reason to not shut the fuck up when they have the chance. So
Well,
they never thought they'd ever.
Saying
Never
before,
thought that they ever suffer consequences, but now they do, and they don't know what to do with themselves.
well,
Right.
we should
Real quick, Emerald.
coming because what look like joke or not, what Jimmy Kimmel said about people with COVID, you can couch that in a joke if you want. He meant that shit, and
Yeah.
they couch that as a joke, and that's the kind of shit that they do to normalize the idea that it's all right to murder us. He couches what he really believes in a joke that we should let people.
Well, but we all do that. That the whole I don't like that you're making me defend Kimmel here because I fucking hate that homo. However, there's a reason. There's the saying. There's a little truth to every joke, and there always is. Anytime we make jokes, it's because it's coming from at least in a small
that's
part.
the thing, though. They're
Even if it's only
normalizing it,
2% true, and we
Hold on.
exaggerate 98% of it to make it funny. Look,
That
Jimmy
wasn't
Kimmel,
right. I
Jimmy
listened to
Kimmel
that
deserves
joke.
every
That was
punishment
not
he
a
gets
good
for
joke. That
anything.
wasn't
Jimmy
exaggerated.
Kimmel deserves any punishment he gets for anything he said that was not a joke. That being said, again, like the COVID thing, do I think it's a shitty? It wasn't a funny joke. It wasn't a well written joke. It wasn't even a well timed and delivered joke. However,
Well, he's
and we
never
can
had
all
one of
agree
those.
he does mean that shit. But it was a joke, as opposed to what he said the other night was a statement of fact, and we cannot
Yeah,
blur the
that's-
lines
it's
between
him in trouble
jokes
with the
and
FCC.
literal statements of fact, because that is
I
at
do
least
agree.
that's
Yeah.
what I start getting worried that our side's losing some shit.
Yeah, but
No,
I
you
don't
are
think they're gonna
correct.
be out here couching their language of letting an entire group of people die in a joke like that. Like what I'm saying is that they use this kind of shit in order to normalize it. Is it a joke? Sure,
Now-
but you can do a lot of things in
but
jokes
to-
that lead to
Real-
the normalization of this.
Real
kind
quick, bro. Emerald.
A lot of this comes down to this right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
That is the reason why they have been with pretty much without impunity
Absolutely.
been able to lie, push a narrative, and silence those that disagreed is because Obama repealed the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948, which blocked the government from using propaganda on the American people and the world. This is allowing the news organizations to use propaganda against us. That's why you can sit there and watch a news report and go, wait, what? They can
Now,
sit there and do that.
I think this is right wing cope. Let's be real. The government's been using the fucking news to propagandize us since at least
Yeah,
World War II.
I will give you that.
yeah.
Bush
But they didn't-
administration- Look,
Just
look,
took the
Bush
brakes off.
administration used
Oh, they
countless
did.
propaganda to make us okay with the
But
Patriot Act. And
this
signing
just
away
gave
our
them-
fucking rights.
You're 100% right, but
Right.
this just made it a lot easier.
Yep.
They
But
had to
That
go.
may be
They
the
had to
case.
go
Sure,
about
they made
it a lot
easier,
more
but this isn't the
carefully.
sole
back then.
reason.
So
Here-
this
this gives them-
this
this gives
gets
them the legal
corrected. It's
backing
not
to be
a
able to
it's
do
not a 100% fix, but it's a start.
Yeah.
So,
This
okay,
made it way too
something better.
easy for them to mainstream in bullshit is fact.
Yeah.
So we need the Charlie Kirk Act, which is going to be something that not only rectifies Smith-Mundt, but rectifies a lot of the rest of these problems that are out there. And you
Or
put it
maybe we just abolish all the acts and don't need any acts, because anytime the government does anything, it inevitably
Yeah.
makes shit worse. Like, I'm sorry,
That's
the Charlie Kirk Act, it's
That's
nice
true.
in theory, but it's not going to fix anything. When's the last time a government law made shit better?
Yeah, never.
In this case, though, I will push back a little bit. In this
Never.
case, when government action results in like getting rid of shit like this, I'm all for it, because anytime the government decides to lessen its power, I mean, when have we ever seen that? Whenever the government decides to lessen its power and are pressured to do so, I think we should 100% let them.
No,
do
no,
it.
But I don't
If
think
the
you
act
should
is
get rid- I
worded
don't-
100% to
Yeah.
fucking go after themselves
Yeah,
and
it's-
regulate what they do, then
Yeah.
I'll be for it. But it's
That's
going to
exactly
really
it. I'm-
depend on how it's written.
Yeah.
I'm for
And
any act that it limits the government's power, and that's what that did.
Right. And
Whether
that's
they
and
held to it or not,
the-
that's what it's supposed to be.
right. The problem is too is got to watch out for is them using. Okay, now I'm going to sound like fucking left wing media. The problem is this is going to it opens the door up to the government come in and do some kind of act like they did after September 11th attacks with the Patriot Act. So that's why it's got to be watched on what exactly they are trying to push, because it could be written in such a way to be misused. Specifically, like
absolutely.
Patriot Act.
Anytime we
thing,
make
that's
laws
kind of
after
game-
a tragedy, they end up hurting us. That's
Yes.
it's a bad time to sit there and
And
make
this is why
laws.
we need
And
something
No,
more effective than the
this
rest.
is
of
my-
all of this shit.
Go ahead.
Is all of this shit is a stopgap. If we don't fucking get to a point in this country where we finally have a convention of states, we won't fix shit. That's the only fucking hope we have to fix this shit through the law, through the Constitution. Otherwise, it's war. There is no other solution. A convention of states, or we're going to end up in a civil war, because that's where we're fucking going.
I don't care if we do. I don't care if we do.
Yeah.
Here's my point. Okay, they went after Lenny Bruce after his conversation. It was like they said this comedian is too far out. He's swearing. He's saying things. I don't think this is good for on stage. I don't know if I want my children to listen to this. And America rose up and we said, no, he is swearing on stage is not that big of a deal. It all escalated to a point where we just saw a man get shot in the neck in front of his family.
Yeah.
And we had people applaud it.
Yeah.
And then they danced. They danced about it. And it's not what we did. It's what the other side did. So what the other side did.
I would say it's not
is-
what we did; it's what we didn't do.
Right. Well, hold on. It's not what we did. It's what the other side did. And this is what they're going to continue to do. And so what did they do the first day? They denounced it. Even though they were the cause of it, they denounced it. The next day, they were like, hey, and now the second, third day, they went and tried to go, well, he actually had some pretty Nazi views. They're trying to come. Yeah, he had it coming.
They were
justify-
hateful.
Now it's even stronger. People are just posting it right now, going like, "Oh, yeah, I wish there was 20 Charlie Kirks." They're doing it. What they're doing now, going like, "Everybody is Jimmy Kimmel."
Yeah,
saying like
because-
being a shitty comedian is the same thing as being murdered. The next thing that they're going to do is saying it doesn't matter. It didn't happen at all. The another thing that they have done is the false equivalency is like, hey, there was this one girl who got murdered in Minnesota who we didn't even make a big deal about it, but because you didn't make a big deal about it when it happened, the fact, even though it's a false equivalency, the fact that this person got murdered and you didn't react the same way. What about every school shooting ever, as if it was equivalent to what happened, where there was this one person who was going on college campuses, the nice person who was going on college campuses, who got assassinated. I'm saying it's a political assassination, and you shot him in the fucking neck, and they're like, well, what about this one girl who couldn't get health care? And you're like,
or
no,
what about
this is not
Palestine?
the
Is my
fucking
favorite.
thing.
You know what?
Yeah,
No,
always funny.
I'm glad you bring up Palestine, actually, because first and foremost, I think this is really important. First and foremost, I'm a capitalist. We are not Charlie Kirk. We are Benjamin Netanyahu. Israel, give me that bag, bro.
I didn't bring those up, but I'm saying everybody brings up false equivalencies of this person getting murdered. And there's you know what? I'm so glad that it's on tape, because there's something that you cannot negate, is this man was having a civil conversation with someone else and someone shot him in the neck. And you know what? No matter what you do, no matter how racist you pose him as, no matter if you say he was Christian, he was very Christian, he's a martyr, he's this, he's that. The one thing you can't negate is he got shot in the neck in front of the entire world. And the Democratic Party has tried to fucking give us some other example of where that has happened. The last time that happened was Martin Luther King, and that guy was also a fucking Republican.
Yep.
So you can't tell me.
And it was also the FBI that did Martin Luther King. And let me tell you, this is my conspiracy.
Martin Luther King didn't cheat on his wife. Or I'm sorry, Charlie Kirk didn't cheat on his wife.
Oh, you got
wait a minute. Leon said the magic word, conspiracy. Let's have it. I want to hear.
Yeah, well, so I do think this is an inside job. Now, I do believe Tyler Robinson was the shooter. However, this was not a one man act alone sort of thing. And I do think it was the FBI that did this. Everyone's been pushing back. Like, what do you mean? You know, Trump's in control. Trump's Republican. That doesn't fucking matter. The FBI has been infiltrated by the Russians and frankly by Israel, by a bunch of other people since at least the 1940s, if not earlier. And don't get me wrong, I like the idea of drain the swamp, clean it all up. Frankly, I want to get rid of every 3-letter organization in existence. They shouldn't fucking be there. That being said,
first and
it doesn't
foremost,
matter if Trump's president. The rot goes so deep. The rot goes so deep in all these 3-letter organizations. It doesn't matter if you have a Republican president, Democrat president, whatever. There's somebody out there that is drawing mainstream power, and the FBI wants them silenced. They're going to have them silenced. So yes, I read those text message exchanges. That sounds like something a fucking 22-year-old is going to be texting. Not at all. I think the FBI and other parties as well, possibly, but certainly the FBI.
You can't really pinpoint it to one 3-letter agency. It could be the FBI. It could be the CIA. It really all goes down to
this is a
deep state with. Yeah, it's first and foremost commies in the deep state.
They plan shit like this. I think Antifa's infiltrated the FBI. They've infiltrated the people who got busted
again
doing the shit they've been doing.
You want to call it an FBI? No, Antifa didn't infiltrate the FBI, Prof. The FBI, CIA infiltrated Antifa. They probably.
Where do you think they're getting their money from? Where do you think they're getting their support? Where do you think they're getting their tactical training from?
I do want to
talk over. There are a shit ton of foreign entities pouring money into whatever the hell is sponsoring Antifa and all these other left-wing activist groups. It's a lot of it is foreign money. I don't think we're going to find a whole lot.
Devil has to get going, and
sorry,
Devil, what you got coming on up the rest of the evening? Yeah.
Here in a little bit, I'm gonna be over on Samuel Infamous's channel, and then right after that, going right into the pub. We got Vagabond and Professor might stop by, so yeah, check us out there, and you guys have a great night.
Yeah, dude, I'll put the links in the chat. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Have a good night.
Yep.
One other thing I want to mention really quick, Night Devil, the left is stupid at many things, and they're so bad at being intelligent, doing things smartly, being able to like plan shit out, which is what gives a little credence to what Leon is saying. Like, so today in Sacramento, ABC affiliate gets shot up.
Yep.
Magically though, all of the protests that were going on outside the studio somehow stopped before the shooting happened. They
what
don't.
are the odds of that?
The bottom half of the article.
Look at that.
Half of the article here, they're like, oh, thankfully, or like, none of the protests that had been going on outside of the studio all day were currently active during the drive-by shooting at the ABC affiliate. I guarantee you they're going to try to blame that shit on the right, but why would we bother? They canned Jimmy for us. We're all happy.
Wait. I'm curious. If they do try to blame this on the right wing, I'm gonna need you to really explain this, because the biggest perpetrators of drive-by shootings happen to be in Chicago of a certain race. They usually vote a certain way. Just saying.
Sacramento.
They're gonna try to pin it on. They're gonna try to pin it on the right. The problem is they don't have any evidence to do so. Absolutely none.
It doesn't matter if they have evidence. They're going to say so anyway. These people are going to toe the party line.
Yes, but remember,
they're doing it right now.
Correct, but remember, Twitter exists, and I think that is
it makes it harder, but it's not impossible.
It does. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's like the cure to misinformation, all this propagandistic bullshit, but it was actually thanks to Twitter that we've got this whole Charlie Kirk story in the first place before the 3-letter, before the dinosaur agencies even got their hands on it.
I'm telling you,
and so many times
Charlie Kirk shooter right now, and half of the people, granted, it's people like JoJo from Jersey, like
Brooklyn Dad Defiant.
all the usual, you know,
Little retards.
they're saying right now, and they're gonna say that they're honest. They're gonna say that it's MAGA. They will not acknowledge.
Though they've been fomenting.
I do have a different conspiracy theory that kind of lines with Leon. So same thing. I'm an ANCAP, so I don't want any government or whatever. But besides that, so part of my conspiracy theory is over the past few years we kind of been in like a silent Cold War over information and censorship as well. And part of my concern with that is that, okay, we see in the UK they got their age verification thing, protect the children, quote unquote. You need your ID to log in websites or whatever. Other countries are doing the same thing. You got laws being passed in Texas or whatever. Florida, we seen what happened with Pornhub. Say what you want about porn or whatever. I don't care.
It's not about the porn, it's about the overreach. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I don't think Pornhub should be blocked or whatever. Bad things happen on the internet, so things in real life. You can, I choose to live in a dangerous freedom instead of controlled safety. But in saying that so we see that what was it the other day that subpoenaed was Discord, Steam,
Reddit, Twitch, and Steam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my concern is that the government is going to use this tragedy. I think Antifa exists. I don't think it was like government fund. Well, it's Soros funded for, in my theory. But
government funded.
No, that's not a theory. That's a fact. It is
okay. Well, we know that, but I don't think it's with the FBI and stuff. But I think they're, when they use, okay, here's a tragedy, let's use this to our advantage. I think that's what this situation is.
Let no good tragedy go wasted.
So basically, so what I think is happening, they're going to use this to be like, hey, we need to monitor these sites or whatever. When hey, they should have done their job and said Antifa was a terrorist organization in the first place, so you would have monitored them anyway. But I think they're going to use this to be like, hey, sites that any forum site, you need an ID or whatever to get on there.
Yeah. I'm definitely worried about that too. When I saw that they're subpoenaing all those, I got that.
Oh yeah, I'm
like real concerned. So
that Congress hearing is October 8th at 10 a.m. EST. So I'm going to live stream the whole thing because I want to know what's said. I want to know what they're going to ask Dan Clancy. I want to know what Dan Clancy is going to say about Hassan and their role in this. But more than anything, I'm very curious about what sort of questions. Because if y'all remember when Mark Zuckerberg had to come in and talk to Congress, the questions they asked him were fucking retarded. Why? These are a bunch of old dipshits that don't know how the internet works, and therefore it was a clown show. And we're gonna get the exact same thing. So sure, what by all means is what's going on Reddit a problem? Is Twitch an issue? No one's gonna say no. However, again, for one, the answer is not government intervention. Second, nothing's going to get accomplished, or at least nothing is going to be for the benefit of us, because the questions that they're going to ask are going to have nothing to do with the underlying issues, because these people don't fucking understand the internet. It's only going to lead to more censorship.
It certainly depends on who is asking. If you get like someone a little younger,
I'm talking by and large, like Ted Cruz.
No, you're exactly right. Yeah. Honestly, I would trust Ted Cruz over Chuck Schumer asking those questions anyway. But like, it definitely does depend on who, because you got to have someone up there who actually fucking understands what they're asking, what they're talking about. And you kind of need, I don't know, maybe Elon could be pulled back into the fold just a little bit to help coach these people help coach these people on what questions to ask. I definitely think that this is the right.
Tulsi will ask good questions. Tulsi's young. I think Tulsi would ask good questions.
Yeah, and she's actually kind of internet savvy too. I think it is important because this is not. It's not just like mean words. This is shit that is legitimately leading to people being murdered. And Charlie Kirk is not the first. Charlie Kirk is the latest in a long line of victims of leftist violence. In case anybody remembers, in Portland, there were 2 men that were gunned down in cold blood because Antifa is on microphone saying there's a MAGA, there's a Trumper, kill him, and they got 2. There's many examples of this happening. They almost murdered Andy No at least 3 times that I could recall.
Billboard Chris.
How many times?
Oh
has
yeah,
this happened?
remember when they tried to downplay the milkshake?
Yeah,
Where
it was like,
oh,
no, it was filled with cement, you dipshits. Like this is real stuff. Antifa is 100%. Well, they're organized. They're 100% organizing on these social media platforms, and they're being egged on by people like Density and Hassan, and everybody like them because they get in their Discords, they get in their Reddits, they get on their Blue Skies, and I'm sounding like a boomer now. I get it. But that is legitimately websites are fomenting violence. They're actually trying to get people killed. They're cheering for
they're not an organized organization because like everybody who joins it doesn't have like a member card.
Well, I get the sentiment. The problem is like I think the hearing is pointless unless they want control of these websites or control how people access them.
One of the things they need to ask is, what are your terms of service, and are they being applied evenly?
Yeah, that's
because that's a question that we've almost all of them have.
Well, I don't think that question's going to be asked. No. So the problem is, okay, so the shooter was we know he was in a Discord group, and there was other people that knew about it, right? And they're going to be like, well, how come Discord didn't alert us, or some type of bullshit like that, where and then Discord's going to say, well, we don't monitor any of our users, and they're going to be like, well, why not? Yeah. Well, I know Discord said they do whatever, but that's case in point.
Because they have conservative,
but they do monitor it because they shut down what they consider to be right wing all the time.
But I get that, but I think when they're going to be at the Congress or whatever, they're going to say, yeah, we don't really monitor anything. Same thing, because why else is Steam and all those other guys there?
And to be fair, they shouldn't. I want to make this unequivocal clear. They shouldn't. These platforms should all have Section 230 protections. Look, I get that means shit's going to be more dangerous, but that's fine because here's the dealio. If instead of Discord, if they all been using motherfucking landline telephones, AT&T and Ma Bell wouldn't be brought in to be having these fucking hearings because they've got Section 230 protections. Discord, Reddit, Twitch, all of this should get the same thing. And I get that means, well, what about these festering left-wing cesspools that are causing violence? All right, fair enough. That does suck, but I do think that the long-term effects of our freedoms being eroded by what could become with internet censorship and whatnot is a far worse long-term issue. I
agree.
Section 230
the problem is,
we're not going to talk about Chad or Chaz, where we thought we left these idiots to their own devices and they seceded from the country for a couple of weeks.
And we didn't even violently force reunification like last time.
Here's the problem. Like, oh my bad, Dyer.
Okay, real quick. Okay, so I agree with everything you said 100%, Leon. Then the solution then is what they've done is they've created echo chambers because they have their terms of service there just to keep out differing opinions from what the bubble they've created. Left wing. So let me finish real quick, bro. We don't want that. We try to get my thoughts back together. What they need to do is make sure that they don't have the ability to then shut down any differing opinions, mostly on the right, which is what Reddit, Discord, they always go after. And anybody that is even slightly right of center. You can't have a fucking, Trump fan group on Reddit.
Well, I get that, but like the problem is they're not going to ask why your terms of services apply differently. They're going to be asking how come this one group was allowed there. They're going to ask everything along the lines of the shooter.
Of course they are.
But the problem is that the problem is like why wasn't it reported or anything? The government wasn't doing their job. If for the government that we have, they weren't doing their job because they should have for Antifa, as long as it's been around, is physically attack people, burn people's properties down. Which is
they should have hit him with RICO a long time ago.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, they've been
They
going
were
after
being
people's
encouraged
property,
by the
after
regime
people.
that we
Yeah.
used to have.
They
So
did what the mafia did. It was like, it's just an idea. It's not
Yeah.
really a real thing.
but we got physical evidence that they've been going after people's groups and their property. They should have been deemed as a terrorist organization, and the government should have been monitoring them from the get-go and leaving the rest of us alone. I shouldn't be affected of what I do on Discord or go on Steam because the government that takes money from all of us wasn't doing their fucking job in the first place.
No, you are correct. This is the time.
Right now, if you show up at a protest and you're LARPing and wearing black bloc, arrest you on the spot.
Yep,
You're not
completely
there
agree.
to protest. You're there
Completely
to
agree.
cause
For cover.
chaos. You're
Or
there.
cover.
Okay, like I used to go to counter protest. These people would show up. They would show up with umbrellas to block when people would throw smoke bombs. They would show up. One of the things they would do, they would gather around you. One of them would hit you with an item, and then they would gather back into the crowd. And then when they ask, "Hey, who hit this guy over the head?" they go, "Well, I don't know who did it." Well, you know what? The beauty of the RICO is it doesn't matter who did it. I'm arresting all of you because you showed up and you decided to cause chaos. You decided to burn the flag. I don't care if you burn. I really don't care if you burn the flag. You know what I do care is
Long
if
as
you
I can burn
accost
yours.
old people trying to walk across the street. I care when you're trying to block traffic when people are trying to go to work. I care when you're blocking an ambulance when someone's trying to get to the fucking hospital. You know what? I think all of you should go to jail. You know, and you know what? I hope when they're throwing you in the back of the paddy wagon, my Nazi ass will go, "You were right about me, and I'm going to ship you off to a fucking camp because I fucking hate you. Because I am a Nazi. Because you called me a Nazi for 10 years. Okay, I guess I'm that thing now. I fucking hate you for everything that you represent, because everything that you represent is this guy was trying to drive someone who was sick to the hospital, and you sat in the middle of a highway. And if I have to pick sides, I'm going to pick sides with the ambulance driver, and you decided to be a piece of shit.
Well,
And also take a shower.
It's not even just blocking ambulances. They are finding people in cars that just happen upon these protests by complete accidents. For some reason, they have no idea where they're going. They're dragging them out of their cars. They're beating them within an inch of their lives. They're killing them.
A few of them have been shot.
Organized anymore.
Oh,
Remember
yeah. So after the 7th time we tase him, I'm gonna whisper in his ear, "I am a Nazi."
See, I care when we
real
burn
quick.
their flag.
Hold on, guys.
Hey, real quick. So Strider brought up, the vehicle thing. That brings me back to the Summer of Love. A mother and her 2 daughters, they were both black on top of it, went down the wrong street trying to get home, went through a protest, and were all of them shot. Barely made any news. There was another instance, another person getting shot. Then we have that one Uber driver that happened to be packing, had a gun pulled on him, pulled one back out, shot the guy in self-defense. Guess what? Life in prison.
Yeah, that was in Austin. That's
No,
bullshit.
and that's
Didn't
the
he
only
get
reason
pardoned?
that I say what I said.
I don't know.
Guys, I don't know if you know this.
Okay.
I'm not really a Nazi. But
Could have fooled me.
before they put them in the cop car, after they kept some dude who is going from the latter stages of like cardiac arrest, or it's someone who's having a stroke and needs to get to the hospital as quickly as possible, and they're just sitting there because we're on stolen land or whatever fucking stupid shit they have to say at the time. I would just like to whisper in their ear before they put them in the back seat, like, no, you were totally right. And actually, the only reason I'm doing this is because you're pro-Palestine. And then shove them in the cop car and shut the door, simply so they could just have an absolute fucking meltdown and have the worst day of their life, because they deserve to have the worst day of their life, because these are terrible people.
Okay, now that actually brings me. I want to kind of switch.
Hold on.
gears. Go ahead. You finish your point real quick. And then
I
wanna
don't have
switch
a
gears.
point. Professor has to get going, and Leon has a time frame. He has to go about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So it's like,
Actually,
That's right.
the next topic I want to talk about would have taken another hour and a half. We are at the 2-hour mark, which is actually the shutdown period. So we'll save that conversation for next week. I kind of want to make sure that Theo and Arza are present. So we might wait for that anyway, because that's going to get a little bit spicy. Going to be a kind of a divided room on talking about the reporting people to their jobs for glorifying the violence. Some of us are 100% for them, report every single one. Other people are like, it's a bridge too far. Bringing back cancel culture is a mistake, and it'll scare off people that are finally switching sides. I can see both points of the argument.
Shit,
We'll touch on that next week.
That next week.
Hey, you want it back on, Leon? I'll more than happy to bring you on board for that conversation.
I would love to. I think that's a very fascinating conversation.
That's next week. Leon will be back. But let's start wrapping up. Professor Savage Edge, you got to go. Where you got to go?
Let's see. Well, I got some things I got to do, family stuff tonight. But this weekend, I've got Batman Day tomorrow with Lapsed Comic Fan. We have a stream tomorrow night. We're still working out the finities of that. Other than that, let's see. What else did I have coming up this weekend? I have a grilled cheese video to drop. That's just weird. Just some shit I do with some friends of mine about once a year. And then I signed up for, and I do fully intend to go to the Charlie Kirk Memorial at State Farm Stadium this weekend. I'll have a lot of camera gear on me and defensive mechanisms. I hear security should be really, really, really fucking tight at this. I'm not necessarily super afraid, but I will have means with which to keep myself safe. That's all I will say.
Better be packing.
But I will be bringing a lot of camera gear. I'm not talking about bringing a gun.
I hope you
know
are.
that.
Well,
I'm not talking about bringing a gun.
All right. Okay. No. But before you go, Professor Savage Dad,
yes.
When you make those cheese sandwiches, I want you to film it and make it like the chick making a sandwich. I wanna put that on. Make me a sandwich to mess with the devil.
I've already shot
topic,
it,
baby.
but I might be able to add that. We'll see what I can do.
Cool. All right, Professor, have a good night. Leon,
later,
what you
guys.
got coming up next, man?
I'm immediately going into the Angry Badger show. We're doing Badger Den like always, and then immediately following that is my late night show. It starts at 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be covering Metatron and his thoughts on the Pan Bondi stuff, massive censorship versus anti-censorship demands in Japan. Like even they are getting out of the censorship debate. And then we're also going to be breaking down how the left is reacting to Shoe on Head's Charlie Kirk videos. So if you guys are free in about an hour and a half, it's going to be a wild night, and would love to see you there. So beyond that. Dude, this was a blast. I had such a great time. Thank you very much. And anytime you want me back, just hit me up. I'll do what I can. I'm on so many streams, but I'll always try and find a way to make it work. So,
hell yeah, man! You got an open invite, dude. Great having you on. Have a good night. And I'll be in the chat for both shows.
Catch you later, crew.
Right, later, buddy. Up next, we got Strider. What you got coming up, man?
Nothing much. Is back here. Maybe next Friday. I might be sitting that one out. I might be gone, but we'll see. I'm making plans. I might be able to, but yeah, just find me on Weekly Heroes Gallery, and not doing a whole lot else except trolling Twitter and telling people to shut the fuck up. It's kind of nice.
No problem, man. Now I took a week off for doing Ironcast due to just the stress of everything. Kind of finally hit fever pitch, and then on top of work. I kept meaning to do one, and I just never got to it. But I'm going to bring the show back next week. I still got to have Emerald filling in as co-host. So if we pull any of those off, man, I'll send you the link.
I'd love to join. I always chime in and or get catch on the rewatch. It's always fun. Enjoy it.
Hell yeah, Strider. Next up, did anybody order a side of 3-Pete? Yes, we did. Sammy 3-Pete. What you got going on, buddy?
Just coping with being re-radicalized. Just figuring that out.
We're all there, buddy. So I really hope you're free next Friday for the great debate, which should be next Friday. It might not be. I got to check see when Theo gets back because I want to make sure him and ours are present. And he got to also set some ground rules to make sure everybody remembers we're all friends. No matter
Fuck
what.
you, Dad.
I don't think I'll have a problem with that. Just anyone who disagrees with me, I'm just gonna systematically put them in camps. And
All right, you got anything coming up you want to plug?
yeah, besides the no camps, I'm just gonna. I have a show called Cave Cast. That's tomorrow morning. We're talking about Killer Croc, and that's a very interesting person to talk about in the Batman mythos. If someone would like to wake up on time and actually,
Yes, I will make sure I'm there. Man, I love that show. It's just so hard. I also love Sleep, Sammy. I do want to I want to do a catch up thing, even if it's just me and you for
you can even if
Two-Face
it's
and
just
Catwoman.
even if it's just shorts, you like
Yeah.
that would be fine. But you know what's even worse? It's 11:30 in the morning for me, and
Right.
I look at Mrs. Threepeat every single morning, going like, maybe I should just cancel. And she's like, shut up, asshole. Just
Right. It's not even 8 for you.
yeah, no. Although
fuck.
if it was 8 for me and all I had to do was just click yes, that would be a different story. There's a lot of conversation we can have. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'm a lazy fuck too. I get it. It's Saturday morning. What do you want me to do?
I make it.
Get up.
I make it.
You're the
but-
responsible one.
You know what? You said that you also drove me everywhere in Vegas. So, yeah, I have that, and I have a news show. There's also a fruit fly that's been flying around the basement. But you guys have a great night, and yeah, that's what I have to do. But
I'll see you in the morning, most likely.
yeah, if not, I'll text Selena and be like, I'm really upset.
That'll actually work because she will wake me up.
I'll be like, slap him in the balls.
Well, then I still might not make it. You do that, so
Yeah, well, you know what you do out of spite has no. I feel like if I got slapped in the balls really hard and be like, we want your opinions on Killer Croc, I'd be like, well, fuck that guy, but also I have opinions. He's a divisive character. Regardless, good night.
good night, Sammy. It's great having you here. Runaway Vagabond, what you got going on, man?
I will be on the pub in the morning, and tomorrow, so tomorrow I will also be on Anime for the Homies, where also this weekend I'm going to Japan Fest. So it's 2 days in Gwinnett County, celebrating
Mind your
all
business,
things
Bobo.
Japan. So the Japan Fest, I'm going to that. Either I'm probably going to go Sunday. I got some things to do Saturday. Normally I usually go one of the days. But then Saturday night I will be on Anime for the Homies. And what we're going to do is we're fixing up that horrible anime list made by the anime men, who are a bunch of tourists and a bunch of non-fake weebs or whatever. So other than that, I'll be on Saturday. Sunday is my podcast. I Swear It's Not Hentai, whether you're a gooner, non-gooner, where you hate anime, love it, or it's a real crazy stream. And then next Friday I'll be here on I'll have to say I Swear It's Not Hentai, but I'll be here on the Weekly Rogues Gallery.
Awesome, buddy. Love having you on board, man. Also, I Swear It's Not Hentai. I've been on, I think, twice now. I like going on that when I have the chance. Everybody go check it out. That was like, what, a year in the making. We were all begging for it for so long, and we finally got it. And
It was just the timing and trying to get I made the logo like before the stream happened. The first, like, everything was like, okay, I need to find the time or whatever. But yeah, it's finally here. So
Hell yeah.
if you're a gooner, come check it out. Even if you're not a gooner, come check it out. You'll learn some things about gooners.
Right. And you'll always learn some things about Vagabond too, as we Oh, wish we didn't. Drunken Emerald Arrow, host of Insert Title here, among others. What you got going on, man?
Tomorrow morning over on Sammy's channel for Killer Croc discussion over on Cavecast at 8:30 a.m. PST. Then with, let's see, Touchgrass with the Snodgrass being on hiatus. That will be the last show until 7 p.m. Over on my channel is Insert Title here. I still got to make a rank. We are going to be ranking something. I will figure it out and probably be throwing it together at the last minute because I still haven't come up with an idea. And my co-host kept saying, what's the site to make it? And what are we ranking? And I have slacked the entire time. So I will figure something out. Tuesday night at 6 p.m. PST back on my channel is Nerds Covering the News, which some have joined that are on the panel. On Wednesday, over on Devil's channel is Make Me a Sandwich, where I produce. And then I am back here for Weekly Rogues Gallery, what I am filling in as panelist and as producer.
And hopefully, man, once I have Selena back and you, then my show will be flawless. So I appreciate everything you do, man. Selena, I appreciate what you do too. I wouldn't have guests if it weren't for her doing all.
And that's the reason I don't have any guests. I don't have a wife or a woman to be a booker because I can't do it.
Oh,
you need
no,
to get that fixed. You need to get that fixed.
I do.
All right. As for me, I got nothing.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You want to know what? That's why I need to use that's why my joke for using LinkedIn as a dating profile maybe is kind of not to so much of a joke. I just need it for a booker. And hey, if you have janitorial services too, I mean, there we go.
He said booker. Book.
Yes. Booker.
All right. Now, as for me, let's see the rest of the week. I don't think I got too much planned. Nothing this evening. Cavecast tomorrow morning. Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass is on break while he's out amongst the wilderness doing whatever he's doing, taking the couple weeks off. He should be back towards the end of the month, somewhere abouts. Then let's see, Sunday, I'm either going to be on I Swear It's Not Hentai or in other news. I kind of alternate between the two, or I take the whole night off and spend time with my wife. It's one of those three things. So we'll see. And going to try and get Ironcast back up and running next week, throughout the week, at least 2 or 3 shows. I really enjoy doing that. And to everybody who's recently subscribed, I really appreciate it. We are on the road to 1,000. I think we were at
822 right now. I see
822. Yeah, that's crazy. I never thought I'd get there, especially with as little as I do with this channel. So
it's enough.
Once we do get to 1,000, that's when I can do channel memberships, emojis, all that fun fucking shit, which I really am. I don't care how gay Leon said it sounds. It's not. Emojis are the chat emojis are fun, and yeah. I'm looking forward to making those. So don't shit on the things that bring me joy. All right, I'm gonna end. Fuck off. I'm gonna end on that clip that I made of Leon over Leon Kennedy. But before I do, since I am stealing someone else's content, I'm going to put the channel link to the original unedited clip in the video. It is Nuclear Productions. I'm going to put that in the chat. There are a lot of funny videos on there, just different Resident Evil spoof videos using the game content. I do highly recommend it. That's where I got the clip that I used for this, that I had a lot of fun making. But we'll be back next week. I don't know who the guest is off the top of my head, so I'll announce that shortly. But other than that, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.
the heck is going on?
What the